Alright. Here we are. The one and only. Just look at those character models. Do I need to say much more? Oh, God. Look at Ron. Just look at the state of him. His hair is on another scale. Oh, it never fails to amaze me, this port. Okay, in all fairness, I'm going to be fair to it. For the time period, this port was actually quite an impressive feat. And for being on a handheld, this was really quite impressive. The fact that they took pretty much the whole of the actual console game and they managed to put it on a PSP, a tiny little handheld device with barely any power to it, is actually kind of impressive. By the way, while we're on that topic, HP 5, Order of the Phoenix, is identical in the fact that they took the console port again of that and put it onto the tiny handheld. Bear in mind that that game is even bigger in scope than this. Is an incredibly impressive feat. Obviously, it looks terrible, but you know, the point is they managed to take it and put it on. It's really quite a feat for the time period. Obviously, now by today's standards, this, well, yeah, I mean it should look better. Let's put it that way. Anyway, I gave everyone a vote on the poll. I did it early on in the week as well, so people had a lot of time to vote. I gave you the choice of HP4 PSP or King Kong PSP. I wanted everyone to vote King Kong PSP, I'll be honest, but here we are. Everyone voted for HP4. To be honest, I kind of saw it coming, considering we haven't streamed HP now since March, and I know everyone has been pleading for me to stream more HP again, so I knew it was going to happen, but anyway, here we are. So, yeah, but you gave us the choice. I did give you the choice, yes, I did. Anyway, welcome to the stream, everyone. John, Lego, Haz, and Mel. And, of course, everyone else. Right, I guess let's get on with it. To be honest, I'll give them credit. Hermione's model doesn't look god-awful. It actually looks okay. Harry's is alright. He's got a really fat set of cheekbones. And then Ron is just, I have no idea what's happened there. But let's get on with this.
The villagers of Little Hangleton still called it the Riddle House.
Just to make it clear, like I said, this is basically the console port minus the prefix bathroom level. That's not in the PSP port. And also, it looks awful. And I think everyone's going to laugh at the graphics, to be honest, because it is pretty hilarious.
Harry Potter is as good as mine. It is decided.
Oh, also a lot of the
Harry Potter and his friends
voice
Ron
lines
Weasley
don't
and Hermione
exist.
Granger travelled by portkey to the Quidditch
They're
World
just
Cup
subtitles.
final, where they saw Ireland defeat Bulgaria.
Not sure why, to be
Later
honest,
that
but there we
night,
are.
a gang of Death Eaters, followers of Lord Voldemort, rampaged across the campsite.
Never understood why they had
Arthur
to make the game
Weasley
like
sent
this.
Harry, Ron and Hermione back to
I love the way they're
portkey.
always floating in that cutscene as well at the end. I love that. Why'd they make it like this? Because they wanted to be different. That's why. Didn't work out, as we all know. Yay. Let's go.
We need to get to the portkey, and quickly!
Come on!
So there is some voice acting in this game, to make it clear. But there's a lot of voice acting missing. And I mean a lot missing. So there's going to be points where you'll just see subtitles and no actual voice from any character. Again, I don't know why they did that. I assume they just ran out of time, but there we are. Also, the actual portraits of the characters in this game exist in a slightly different manner. So, like, Hermione's picture there is quite different compared to what it looks like normally inside of the normal console game. I would honestly say I think the character pictures here look better than in the main console game on the HUD. It's definitely an improvement. Let's put it that way. It's not perfect though. Here we go, the dumb bulb.
What are those things?
A blur.
Dump bomb!
That's what they are. A blurry pixel. Oh, you're right there, Hermione. I love the way the floor, when you look at it here, there's some great sort of detail in this one little area. And then you just kind of give up over here. You completely give up. And then you put some proper textures on again. I love it. Right, AI. Now, to make it clear, I hate your AI inside of the console port. You're a bit useless, so I'm hoping that in this version, granted it's been a while since I last played this, you're actually good. We'll find out. You're doing alright for the time being. Wow! Without any actual voice acting, I love it.
Dad! We all need to cast Wingardium Leviosa on that rock.
Oh god, I can't wait till we get to the end of this level and we get to see his face properly facing us.
Leviosa!
Oh, I can't wait.
Wingardium Leviosa!
It already looked
Move
awful
the
from
rock
this
out
angle.
of the way.
You, my friend, are gonna be fabulous.
Be careful, Dad.
Yes. Dung bong. Or dung bog, whatever they're called. I can't even remember what they're called. What are they called? That's how little I'm paying attention. Even though I've heard the words so many times at this point, I still can't remember what they're called. Probably because I'm just desperate to forget they exist. They are one of the most annoying HP enemy types of all time. So yeah. Wrong getting scared by blurry pixels. A blurry bot's bean! Just don't forget the blurry bot's beans. Oh man. Funny thing about this port is the beans are massive in size. I mean, you look at the size of the things, they're huge.
Wingardium Leviosa!
Come on, let's move this pointless rock.
Leviosa!
Isn't this version missing a level? It is, yes, it's missing the prefect's bathroom. Technically.
Accio!
There, you'll see it later probably, but there is actually proof that it was meant to be in this port, because when you unlock levels, it actually shows that you've unlocked the prefect's bathroom level in this port, even though it's not in the actual port. So yeah. Also, I'm loving that water texture, that's fabulous. Right, anyway. Oh, I nearly made it then. That would have been great if I had made it. I love the way we don't get to hear Hermione or anyone scream either when the tree falls. Just silence.
Retractum to move the logs.
There are still more shields to collect. Yes, that famous arse line. Back again, eh? In this port, that line is relegated to just a simple piece of text on the screen.
Not safe here.
He doesn't actually talk, which is somewhat depressing because that line's iconic. Oh my god, look at the tents in the background. Is that it? There's only 3 of them. Compared to the console port, that is so underwhelming. It's so underwhelming. You go from what is meant to be quite a horrifying sort of moment with lots of enemies surrounding you to just 3 enemies. 3 enemies popping up. Looks so menacing in comparison, doesn't it? Wait, is that definitely just a JPEG? Is he going to spawn back in? Oh, he's not going to spawn back in. I think he was just literally a JPEG. You should play the version... Oh, there we go. Oh no, he's not a JPEG. Alright, fair enough. You should play the version of HP4 with the dancing minigame. Already have, Luke. We already streamed that. We finished it last year. And it was really boring, and I hated it so much. And I don't want to stream it or play it really ever again. That was the GBA/DS version. It was awful. Really boring game. I mean, the mini game for dancing is probably the only good thing in it. Just Dance is pretty much the only good part of HP4 GBA. I love how pixelated. You lot can't see it, unfortunately, because my face is covering it. My face is more HD, obviously, but yeah, the Magicus Extremis bar is just the most awful pixel you will ever see. It's horrible. It looks so bad. Right, come on then, let's see. Oh my god, they actually did bother to put in all the rocks. I'm shocked. I thought there was going to be like 2 rocks at best. You know what? He actually looks pretty decent. He looks somewhat like he's had some real effort put into his textures. Right, come on then. Wait, the dancing minigame not in this version? Nope, it is not. This version actually has some unique stuff in it though. Oh, Ron's falling over like a drama queen. Anyway, yeah, basically this version has mini games. There are 4 of them. I'm trying to remember what they all are. One of them is a Snuffler, I think it is, where you play like some sort of race course on Hagrid's hut, which again was a cut level from the actual main game, which made it into the GBA port as Care and Magical Creatures. But yeah, basically it's the Snuffler or whatever that you play as, and you can go around sort of a race course with it. Then I'm pretty sure there's effectively Exploding Snap from HP5, which is the wizard card matching thing. Then there's some sort of stay in the circle defense mini game, and I can't even remember what the other one was, I'll be honest, but yeah. Here we go, the JPEG.
It's the Dark Mark, Harry. It's his mark.
Jesus.
Voldemort. Get to the port.
Oh god. I knew it was coming. Oh, I knew it was coming. That is... Oh, that's stuff of nightmares there. You, my friend, are terrifying on this port. You look like freaking E.T. He actually looks like a budget E.T. It's horrible. I'm so scared of that Dark Mark. Don't worry about the Dark Mark. You should be scared of freaking Arthur Weasley. Arthur Weasley is bloody terrifying, man. Especially E.T. Oh dear. What a horrifying reality I've just seen. Luckily that's the only time we see him for the rest of the game.
A new term at Hogwarts.
Thanks for the delayed
Hogwarts
sound there, Gabe.
will this year play host to the Triwizard Tournament. Please join me in welcoming our guest,
I mean, honestly, the Dark Mark was funny,
Overton Academy of
but
Magic,
nothing compared to Arthur Weasley.
proud sons of Durham.
Arthur Weasley is the Dark Mark, confirmed.
May I introduce Professor Moody, your new defense against the dark arts teacher.
The horrifying thing about this port is those mini cutscenes that we all hated on the main console port and thought were dreadful actually are the most HD thing about this port. They are the most HD thing. So these are the mini games. I don't know if I can see much in this. I'll see if I could show them to you or not. Oh yeah, you can play multiplayer on these of course as well, couldn't you? I forgot about that. Yeah, here you go. So you've got Wizard Pairs, which was, like I said, kind of Exploding Snap from HP5. I can't remember if these explode or not, but obviously, you know, it's just match the cards effectively as fast as you can. I can't remember what this mini game was. No, wait, hang on. Yeah, there's Exploding Snap from HP5. Which one's this one then? I guess just match the cards and that's it. I honestly don't even remember this bit. I remember this one, Exploding Snap, being on this. Then Dumbog, what is going on with that number? Collect 525252. You're right there. Anyway, yeah, Dungbog Bowl Parade. That was the one, like I said, where you sort of defend the center. It's basically, if you've played or seen HB2 PS1, there's the herbology lessons where you have to defend the mandrakes, effectively, that are sort of in the middle from the slugs, etc. It's basically that, just HB4 edition. And then here's the other one, Niffler, that's what they're called, yeah. The Niffler one. So this one is actually probably the most awesome one out of the whole lot. So the Niffler one is where you basically have Hagrid's hut, like I said, the cut care of magical creatures level. And yeah, you play as the Niffler and you run around the whole of Hagrid's hut and everything, going through these different hoops or whatever. I think they were hoops or rings, something along those lines. And it's like a little mini race course where you just have to get around as fast as you can or else you lose. And no, the Niffler doesn't die. Anyway, we'll come back to this later when we have more shields. For now, let's go back to the main game. But this is the most unique thing about this port, of course, the mini-games. And I love the way that they always like to get you off the mini-games every time as well. So there is. What is that background for the mini-games? It's Hagrid's hut, isn't it? Yeah, it is Hagrid's hut. Right, come on then. The movies wish they could create such a terrifying dark mark image. I mean, I think you'll find they wish that they could create this thing on the right-hand side over here. This incredibly terrifying creature. Screw it. I guess we'll play some Hermione again. Why not? Everyone loves the JPEG dark mark. Who wouldn't? Right, let's keep going. Oh dear. A HD, well it's not HD, but basically a HD cutscene.
Harry, Ron and Hermione met Mad-Eye Moody for an extra defense against the dark arts lesson.
And now we get to see terrifying graphics. Here it comes.
Wondering why I brought you here, are you? This is where you learn how to defend yourself.
Look at them.
Get to it! And remember, constant
Jesus
vigilance.
Christ.
We got to get over there.
Jinx it.
Mad-Eye Moody actually looks alright in this game. He looks fine in this port, but when you saw all the trio there... all the trio just together. Oh my god. Harry looks like some sort of ancient old man. He looks like one of those old blokes that you used to see behind the till in Woolworths. If you're from the UK, you'll probably understand. Anyway, and you've just got Ron, who God knows what's going on over there. And then Hermione, who looks somewhat dead inside. Her JPEG image has got more life than her actual in-game model. Woolworths rip indeed. It's been many years since we got to see Woolworths. The last experience I had in Woolworths was walking in there and seeing Mirror's Edge on sale, I'd like to add, because this is when Woolworths was going bust. Yeah, Mirror's Edge on sale for 90 quid. Obviously they're going, that's not a sale, Woolworths. That's a rip-off, that is. But yes. Anyway. They used to be a pretty damn awesome convenience store back in the days. Obviously they kind of died because of this lovely thing called online. And Amazon, etc. came along and, well, destroyed their existence pretty much. But there we are. I will admit, I do miss the Christmas ads. The Christmas ads used to be great fun. Also, the pick and mix was always pretty cool out there. Always enjoyed pick and mix. May have been expensive, but it was still cool. Well, we might as well get a few beans so that we can get some upgrades, but don't know if we'll get too many before I lose the will to live. But I would quite like to have some powerful Jinx cards and stuff, because then at least it will make it a bit more bearable doing some of these levels. Yeah, Mad-Eye Moody actually looks alright in this port. He really doesn't look that bad at all. They did a good job with him. Can't say quite the same for the trio, that's for sure. But of course you lot haven't seen Voldemort yet. You have no idea what's coming with that. Let me just say, it's one hell of a freaking thing to look at.
Very good, Banter.
I've just realised that dug bugs don't have eyes. In this port, they don't have their eyes. Hello. OAI. OAI. Would you like to kill the dug bug? No? No, I'll do it myself. See, the AI is already being good. Oh, there's a bean flying across the screen. Ow! Arg! Sorry, I have to fill in for the voice acting because there is no voice acting. Also, hello, Spirit. Nice to see you. Oh no, not this bit. No, not the rock. I want the thing. Kill them. Good. Let's see some more of that. Very good. Just don't get too confident. Oh, you had to move at the last second, didn't you? No. Ron, where are you going? Why? There's no need for this. Well, screw it, I'll do it then for fun. Hi, Harry. Right. Now, can we do this properly, please? Thank you. Right, hang on a minute. I'll help you, Ron. I promise, I'll help you. There's so many beans. So many beans. Oh, hang on a minute. Go on, do it. Yes. And again. Yeah, look at that. The cooperation of the AI is working out well. For once. Makes a change. Alright, come on then. No, don't do the rock. Okay, good. Jesus Christ. The boy who got hit in the head with a freaking boulder. He's just not a match. It's not like, you know, Chris from RE5 punching boulders. It's just not the same. He hasn't got that kind of strength. Right, give me the beans. Bean galore right here. Yeah, look at me go. I don't actually know how many beans the other characters have got. They don't tell you in this sport, so I just have to guess that they are getting beans. Ah, Harley Quinn, welcome to the stream. It's been a long time since we last saw you in the stream. Nice to have you back. Nice to have you back. Oh yeah, they got a different portrait in this port, don't they? Oh my god, it looks horrifying in this port. If you've seen that picture there, and you remember it, you know that looks nothing like it should do.
Try summoning it with the Axio charm.
God, the lack of animation there is fabulous. The Coca-Cola tray, the Christmas commercial. God, yeah, that used to be something I remember back in the old days. God, I remember it. Very long time ago, that. God, you don't get those anymore. Not at all. So, Alex, is the AI as useful on this port as the PC and PS2 version? I mean, I guess to answer that question...
Not bad.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for that.
You can summon rewards that are out of reach by casting Axio.
I mean, it's okay so far. It's cooperating, shall we put it that way? The AI is cooperating. Now, granted, this is only the tutorial, so I don't know quite how we're going to get on when we get to the actual main levels, but for now, the AI is being relatively okay. Why would you do this on this point? Why would you put something here where if you get beans out of it, it just falls through the frickin' environment floor? That's just bad design. Anyway, fine. Come on then, give me the stuff. I love the way those grates go down in this port, because they can't go down fast. They sort of bounce downwards. It's brilliant. I suppose there's one benefit of this port. You don't hear Axio as often. You know, they haven't put the voice acting in for it much. So instead, you just hear. That's it. But yes. Yes, good old Axio. You know, I think, and you know what, if anyone wants to share this with a Hogwarts Legacy dev, seeing as they're making a second game, you should do. All those Hogwarts Legacy devs, you should do this just for the fun of it. Create your own spell and call it Axio and put it right next to Accio in the spell selection menu. Please do it, because the people that don't know the difference, it will be hilarious. And especially the people that grew up with Axio in their heads thanks to this lovely game. Oh, great. And I don't know, the spell Axio could actually spawn, I don't know, some kind of wizard axe that could be a companion axe that helps you. There you go. That's a quick mini thing out of the top of my head. I'm sure you could do more with it, but yeah. Do it. Do it. This is your chance, Hogwarts Legacy 2. Make Axio a reality. Give us Axio.
Wicked!
Oh my god, look at that. His faces. Oh. It's not quite the same as hearing Rafa Cortex intro in German, I have to say, but it's something.
Only one champion can win the Triwizard Tournament.
Thought that
That
was
champion
French for a second.
must survive 3 very dangerous tasks. Your 3 champions are
Victor Crumb,
Victor Crumb,
Fleur
Fleur
Delacour,
Delacour,
Cedric Diggory,
Master Cedric Diggory,
and Pixelwater.
Harry Potter.
Yeah, Pixelwater. I.e. tons of pixels. Oh god, I can't wait till we see the frickin' dragon. Oh, that's going to be a fantastic thing to see. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for the dragon. Oh man, that's going to look awful, isn't it? Right, I guess we'll play as someone else for a bit. Let's play as Harry. See if Hermione is competent as an AI. Potter! I'm used to hearing this line.
Potter,
See?
if you're to survive the Triwizard Tournament, I suggest you start collecting Triwizard shields. And remember, constant vigilance.
You know, just... Alright, Hermione's just picked up the health for no reason. But anyway, just to put it in perspective for a second. We started this game off yet with no subtitles. At no point during our playthrough right now have I ever said turn on the subtitles. And the subtitles have just turned on anyway. So, can you even turn them off? Oh yeah, this actually... Okay, I will give this port one extra piece of credit while I'm here. This is absolutely awesome. I love this. Having the actual little... I'll call them JPEGs of the collectibles and stuff just on the screen, on the pause menu in front of you. It's so much more helpful just to have them right there in front of you, right where you want them. I love it. Same with the amount of chocolate frogs and that you have as well. Just so much nicer than the normal port. where you don't have that straight away in front of you when you pause it. Obviously you can still look at that stuff, but it's a pain in the arse to have to go through menus just to look at stuff when you can just put it up on the screen. I mean, you know, why not? Anyway, good to know that Harry has gained 0 beams at the moment. And same with Ron, I guess. Since playing this, so that's fabulous. Oh, just to make it clear, as we're talking about autumn, freaking love autumn. Why do I love autumn? It's because all the sun buggers off. And we just get nice cold weather. Oh, it's beautiful. I love cold weather. Also, all the pollen buggers off then too. It's a brilliant time of the year, autumn and winter. I wish it was like that all the time. No sun, no heat waves, no pollen. God, just so much better. So much nicer. Oh, I love rain as well. It's nice rain. There are some people that love sun, and that's fine, but nah, boring. Huh. Even that I moved is fed up with AI. Yeah, I mean, fair play to the man. Quite a few people are fed up with AI. Myself included. Right, let's go. Aquarupto.
Aquarupto!
Ooh. Oh no, I was going to say the Aquarupto spell actually looks alright, but then I realised seeing it from the side it was just flat. So, I've changed my mind, it's not as great as I thought it might have been. God, look at those water effects. They look great. Anyway, I'll give you a hand. Anyone want to help over here? No, of course you don't. You never do. You always do this, AI. And you're doing it again. Oh man. Every time. It's like they're just programmed to piss you off. I think that is genuinely their whole purpose at this point. What? Thanks for that. Just launch me into the actual fire game. That was really appreciated. Good design, that. Good design. Anime running. I like the sun. I can get a tan without going abroad. I don't understand why everyone gets so obsessed with getting a tan. It just seems very unnecessary. If you're that desperate to look different, just get some paint and just paint over. That's all you need. Bit of paint, Warhammer paint will do. Grab some Warhammer paint, done, sorted. That's all you need. It's cheaper because then you don't have to buy flights to go abroad. And overall, you don't have to put yourself in the sun all the time. See all the benefits. Sure, you might potentially have some very irritated skin afterwards, but that's okay. I'm sure it'll fade in time.
Ah, now you should remember this creature.
A salamander!
Suppose don't like looking like pale Victorians. Nah, don't give me that. That's all a lie. How could you say something like that? Who's number 1 in the chat, by the way? I can see that Mel's number 2. Who's number 1? It'd be so funny if number 1 is Luke. I would laugh so hard if it was Luke. Oh man. E-Bubblio, eh? Get your Bubblios today. Half price. Epic music is what HP4 is all about. Right, well I know Haz is 3rd place then. Lego maybe. Think it was Haz, but she's number 3 now, honestly. Just just to not be number 1. I know, it's pretty horrendous, isn't it? There must be one hell of a thing in this chat all the time. Fighting for dominance of number 1 place. The competition is real. I mean, honestly, if Luke ends up being number 1, that would be so funny. I would totally take that. Honestly, at that point, you should take a screenshot and just say, "Nice one, Luke. You've sent probably about 3 messages in your number 1." That would be great. The whole roting, you know, system still makes no real sense, to be honest. I mean, look, Harley Quinn's written a load of different messages now as well, and you would have thought that she would probably have a number by now. But apparently not, according to the world of YouTube's incredible system. Epic music! Also, I love the fact that they've changed these outside bits here, because these are normally meant to be gargoyle statues. And in this port, they're just flower pots. So there we are. Basically, what HP4 on the PSP is a prototype build of HP4 probably before, you know, the actual final touches and everything were put in. I love the sun and summer. It's just the little things. Opening the windows, not helping the air inside during the day. Yeah, that's not fun. Second is the first to lose, as she would say. You what? I love this epic music that you normally never hear at this section in the console port. Ever. You would never hear this normally. I quite like the music of it. Oh, if you want me to turn up the game at all, by the way, I can do that. Granted, I mean, it's not exactly quiet to me, but I don't know if it is to you. In all fairness, it looks reasonable, but yeah. You know, for a PSP port, I'm actually quite impressed by that backdrop and oh, look, the floating bean. Anyway, I'm quite impressed by the backdrop and how well it actually lays in. Autumn and spring, nice mediums in that sense. Not too cold, but also not too hot. You know, the best time of the year ever in England is when we get snow, and there's no denying that, and we never get it. But when we get it, freaking awesome. Basically everyone stops everything in life just to celebrate the fact that there's snow. You want to go and buy food in Tesco? Forget it. No point. Everyone's celebrating the fact that there's snow. All of the staff have gone out to play in the snow while you're trying to buy your, you know, carrots or your bread, whatever it may be, not happening while everyone's out playing in the snow. Oh, look at that gate go down. It's not even going down in the right place. Well, you've got to be more careful and not slip then, haven't you? Also, if you're not looking where you're going, what are you doing in life? I'm still not used to it yet, by the way, the fact that this monitor, the new one that I've got now, is so much bigger than the old one I used to use, so I've still not managed to narrow down the exact location of where to actually put the camera. I will get there eventually. Also, I love the fact that this is meant to be a waterfall coming from the roof, and that's the waterfall. That lovely puddle. All just starved because Tesco staff are playing snow. Yeah. It's a way of life, isn't it? You know. I mean, at least they're having fun. You gotta give them some credit. It's a small price to pay at the end of the day for having fun. Oh, look, the rabbit actually looks alright in this port. Looks really HD. Oh wow, they actually put in the voice line for Hermione to go. They bothered to put that in, but they didn't bother to put in her actual voice lines at times. Why? Amazing. So right now she has a whole line there. And also this is meant to be on fire. It was meant to be on fire. It wasn't even on fire. They just forgot to activate this in the game. So that's good. So yeah. This is just a fun texture at this point. Alright. It would have been fun if the player's face in the top left corner was in the same designs as the characters. The pictures look more like portfolio. I mean, to be brutally honest, I'm glad they didn't make it look like the pictures of the characters in this port. Because I mean, look at that. Would you want that in the top left-hand corner? I'm not sure I would. It's too horrifying. Oh. Ooh, hello. You're right there, Mr. Salamander, or Mrs. Salamander, or whatever, at this point. Right, there you go. Yes, make it a big fat thing. The rabbit has apparently died yet, it's still walking around, love it. We get to see probably one of the most god-awful looking cutscenes coming up in a second. Here it is. How epic do we think this challenge seal collecting is going to be in this port compared to in the console port, where you get this whole bright beam and everyone going, yeah! Do you reckon it's going to be that epic in this? I don't. I think it's going to be just silence with no light, but let's find out. Here we go. Oh, they actually put in the voice lines. Hey. They actually did it. I'm shocked. They put in the voice line for yeah, but they didn't put in the actual voice lines for Hermione and stuff half the time. Oh dear God. Oh bloody hell. Look at us go. Level up time. Feel like I'm playing a fighting game. Do. It sure just have PS1 faces in the corner. Well, I mean, this practically is PS1 face. Have you not been paying attention? They all look like PS1 models. Horrifying things. I mean, to be fair, when you look at them here on this menu, they look awful, but they look at least a bit more reasonable than when you see them in the cutscenes, where they just look terrifying. Ron is the only exception. He just looks wrong. Anyway, we'll play as you a tiny bit, just so that we can get some beans. I love the way they look so much better on the loading screen as well. Just look at this loading screen in comparison. Oh, I love it. Back again, eh? And there are still several shields to collect. Sorry, I have to do the voice acting for Mad Eye Moody because they didn't put it in the port. Even though it's one of the most iconic lines from this game. Now, PS1 faces are more beautiful. Yeah, totally. Back again, eh? And there are still several pixels to collect. Love the fact that when you hit the collectibles in this, they don't have any visual effect change. The eye is still on the stand, despite the fact that it should be gone. It's brilliant stuff. Silence. It isn't too late to lose health points, you know. Did we ever figure out who was actually in first place in the chat, by the way? Did we figure this out? Should we go this way? No. Let's not go this way. We'll go and get this shield first, because why not? Come on over, lads and ladess, I guess. Come on, let's pick this up and let's do some climbing. Do some, oh, cool. In Mirror's Edge style. We'll wall run up there. Imagine Pixel Ron doing wall running. Just holding on to the side, going like, yeah, look at me go. Oh, come on. No, not that. That. Straighten it out. Thank you. Right, this one next. Come on. Actually got some proper sound effects in for it. I'm quite impressed actually. That'll do. Wonder if you can walk off the map in this port. Nah. They won't let me do it. They actually thought about it. Oh my god, the AI is trying to climb up. This is incredible. Remarkable stuff. I mean, there's somehow... interesting. So, they climbed up, they bounced the block, and instead of carrying on climbing up, they then jumped down. And I assume are now walking in circles. You do wonder how AI is so popular these days. Right, anyway, let's keep going, shall we? Oh yeah, look at this lovely shield. Don't jump, Ron. Ron just tap. Oh yeah. Also, welcome to the stream, Ripper. Nice to see you. Hermione Granger pictures like a front cover of Vogue. Oh, a really high class dating profile. Ron's picture. I really want to go to bed. Better pout really hard. So people notice me. Brilliant. Haz is on a bus. She's on a bus. I can't sing it due to copyright reasons, but I really want to sing it. As soon as you mention the word bus, if you're from the UK, you know what song is in everyone's heads at that point. I can't sing it though. I'm sure people know what I'm referring to. They'll probably put it in the chat. But I can't sing it. So we'll have to just live without it. Right, screw it, we'll play as Ron for this one, why not?
Hagrid led Harry, Ron and Hermione into the Forbidden Forest. He had something important to show them. It was a Hungarian horn-tailed dragon.
They didn't even bother to show the dragon. It's just a shadow. It was literally just a shadow. Alright, well that was an epic introduction to the Hungarian horntail. Typical Ron wanting to go to bed. I'll have you know that Ron has every right to want to go to bed. The guy works very hard in his life, you know. Puts a lot of effort in. He played wizard chess. What more do you need, man? Yes, shield. Whoopee-doo. Alright, let's go. They actually tried really hard, surprisingly, with the vegetation in this level. Because there's just tons of, well, practically flat, almost, bushes sitting around the place. I love it. It actually looks alright, though. I mean, it looks alright until you just look closely at the actual Forbidden Forest floor and realise it looks horrible in comparison. Hungry Hungarian 2D brushes, yes. Dragon, yes indeed. Nope, there's the dumb bog with no eyeballs in it. Kind of terrifying that they've got no eyes. It feels so barren, the Forbidden Forest level right now. If you know what the original looks like, and you look at this, it feels wrong. Feels like so much is missing from it. It doesn't feel right. I mean, it looks okay considering what the port is, but it just doesn't look right. Yes. Why'd you drop him, you mong? You should have kept him up in the air. Oh, here it is. Ow! Do you mind? You know, I know some people will probably be quite upset that we're not playing the Prefect's bathroom level in this. And I can understand why, you know, it's an iconic level, obviously. But I'll be honest with you, I'm actually quite glad that we're not playing it. Mainly because I'm not a big fan of it, so yeah, I'm alright with that. Go this way quick, because I vaguely remember there being, yeah, there it is. I was going to say, there's a collectible. Is that it? Yeah, that is it. I thought there was a mushroom here, but I guess not. What is going on over there, Hermione? What are you doing? That actually killed the Dumbog. I didn't think it would. Shocking discoveries at the moment. Shocking. There's also one of these Blober tubers missing. There's meant to be two of them, and there's only one. Interesting. PS1 Forbidden Forest. Now that's an insult to PS1 Forbidden Forest. PS1 Forbidden Forest is actually more detailed, believe it or not. I know it sounds crazy to be saying that, but it's true. The Forbidden Forest on the PS1 ports actually is more detailed than this. Was that meant to be the epic cutscene where it blasts through the boulders? Because if so, it completely failed. And they literally just, well, sort of bounced into a boulder and then immediately got stuck. Oh, you assholes. Why are we doing that? Come on then, kill it. thought the shield was the Aku Aku mask from Crash Bandicoot for a moment. Really? God, good old Aku.
From deep inside my temple prison, I sent you simple instructions to follow. But you lost the gems. You lost the Triwizard shields, and I have lost my patience. There is now no other freaking power source left in the wizarding world.
I know we've had a few unfortunate mishaps.
And failed.
Sorry, I do kind of know the whole of the warped intro cutscene off by heart. And I like Uka Uka because he's an awesome character and should be always in Crash Bandicoot, but there we are. Frickin' Uka Uka, what more do you want in life? The man is a legend, a myth, and a creation of God. PS1 Forbidden Forest, yeah. Well, the PS1 Forbidden Forest, the real one, actually is so much better looking than this. And that's the funny part, it really is much better looking. Also, less laggy. You lot can't even see the lag. Let me tell you, playing this level is pretty awful actually. It runs like crap, and also these rocks are beautiful. I mean, look at that. Absolutely no baking of the model involved. I mean, probably most of you don't know what that means, but if you're a game designer, you understand what that means. Okay. Oh, that character model of the dragon is... yeah. I mean, it's almost like looking at the House of the Dead 2 remake. It's just brown, with no other textures in it of any kind. Obviously, if you've seen the news of the House of the Dead 2 remake, then you'll understand what I mean. Also, if you've never played House of the Dead, what's wrong with you? Everyone should have played House of the Dead. Everyone, whenever they've gone somewhere where there's an arcade, should have played House of the Dead. If they haven't played House of the Dead, they just missed out on life, really. They just didn't live. You couldn't live if you hadn't played House of the Dead at an arcade. It's not possible. One of the most entertaining arcade machines ever. And the best part about it all is you can now play House of the Dead outside of the arcade. Yeah! You can play it on the console and everything. I mean, you could do it in the past, to be fair, but you've got remakes now that are, yeah, well, I mean, the first one, it's okay. In all fairness to it, though, there was no source code for the game, so the devs did have to start from the ground up, so I will let them off for that one. Can't let them off for the second game, though, because the source code for that still exists, and my god did they butcher that. That remake honestly looks god-awful. It really does. And just to make you all laugh a little bit more about the second House of the Dead 2 remake game, you know when you get to the credits and you normally credit the people that are involved in making the game. So for the voice acting, they didn't put any credits, they just put question mark. That's all they did. They just put question mark in for the voice actors. You sort of think there and go, so when you were making this, did you just forget all the voice actors? Did you just forget all the talent? Or is it just to the point where you've used so much AI now that you haven't got a bloody clue who the AI has stolen the voice of at this point? I wouldn't even be shocked if that's what it is. I mean, I've never laughed so hard at seeing something so poor. The fact that they actually released the product where the credits just have question marks. for the fucking people involved in making the fucking game. Oh man. You know you've screwed up, let's put it that way. Anyway, I'm sure they'll patch it and put in the actual voice actors' names. Give it time. Oh man. The worst part about all that is that company's probably going to be making a House of the Dead 3 and I suppose 4 and probably Overkill remake at some point down the line. And they can't even get the second game right. Which is probably, if not the best, the second best game in the series. Slightly concerning. You know what? I might even be tempted to do the House of the Dead 1 remake when we get to Horror Month this year in October for you lot. Stream it. Why not? We got horror games to stream in Horror Month after all this year. We're already bringing back Clive Barker's Undying for October Horror Month anyway. So why not bring House of the Dead? Well, here you go. Here's the chance for people to have some voting. Go on, people. Vote away. Would you like to see House of the Dead 1 remake for Spooky Month in October? You can say Y or N as your yes or no factor. Don't be afraid though to vote yes, because honestly, you're missing out, sort of. Plus, I have it on Steam, so it's not like it's particularly difficult to install and play. We're not playing the second one, just to clarify that. It would be the first one. The first remake. Not the second one. Don't particularly fancy ever getting the second remake of House of the Dead 2, to be brutally honest with you. I'd rather save my money. I feel like many actors and voice actors maybe had to write in their wills that they don't want the appearance or voices to be used as copied by AI after their deaths. They probably will need to going forwards now, yeah. It's alright. Everyone's stealing stuff anyway for AI, even if you don't give them permission to do it, they still do it. It's a very normal thing now. Just the common factor of the world. At this point you'll probably find that most of your stuff is already in AI tools, whether you like it or not. Even if you opt out of it, you'll find it's still in there. It's rather unfortunate and a bit depressing, but here we are. It's fine. Recently I saw some footage of them shooting the HP TV show. There was Hagrid, Harry walking on the streets of London, heading to the Dragon Alley. I love the way Harry is looking. Yeah, well, there you go. I know that they've been filming the new TV show for Harry Potter in various places. Here fly. We did say it's an incredible sight. Because it is an incredible sight. Harley Quinn, like I mentioned earlier, hasn't been around for a while. So it's nice to see that she's come back again on HP4. But yes, still. Die. What? How did that not hurt you? Guys, are you going to at least attack it? Oh my god, please be more intelligent. Why? Intelligence levels are so bad, it's unbelievable, but we did it. We did Duckly Claws, which is actually one of the worst spells to have to try and cast in this game. Probably the worst one, I think, actually, because it involves cooperation of AI, which is not easy. Yay! The Forbidden Forest level's over. Yay! It's the worst level in the whole of this game. By far. Yeah, there you go. See, the prefix bathroom does show up there as an image, but of course it's not actually in this game. Because it's not in this port. For some reason, they still have an image for it. So, there you go. Oh, well, look at that. I see Mel is now #1. Never forget, chump. I'm #1. Yeah, you're on fire. Salutations. Oh yeah, we get a cutscene, don't we? I forgot about this.
Harry decided to warn Cedric about the first Triwizard task.
Dragons. That's the first task. They've got one for each of us.
All Mel did was just go and get a bit of food and then became #1. This system, it doesn't make any sense. I don't understand it. I don't understand this system. It doesn't work. How many heard it from the class? Tearful Charlotte's Web. It's just music all the time. To be fair, I like the music in HP4, so I'm alright with that. Oh god. That horrifying thing. It's just, that haunts me, Mad Eye Moody challenges. Primarily because of AI. You know, we could get the shields on the Forbidden Forest, yeah. We could do. Or we could go on this level, which is a much better level, and go and do that. So we're going to do that. Oh my god. Where's the music? This is haunting. There's no music. Oh my god, that is the most pixelated thing I've ever seen. Jesus Christ. That's like watching the actual Goblet of Fire movie in 240p. No, that's an insult to 240p. 144p. That's what that is. Oh my god. Look at his mouth. It looks like he's had a problem with lipstick. Jesus Christ. His lipstick's gone in the wrong location. Oh my god, what's this gonna be? Oh my days, that looks awful. Oh my god, it's the first actual okay looking image. Oh, what's this? Well, it could be worse. Ron actually looks quite HD in that. And then you look at Hermione over at the right and you think, what happened? That looks okay. Oh, actually, hang on. We haven't looked at this yet. Oh my god. So up close and personal. It's just like, hey. It's right in my face. Jesus Christ. Look at the state of it. Unbelievable. Right. Oh wait, hang on. We can actually buy more for Harry. Hold on. Oh, double jinx. I do actually want that. Wow, Cho actually looks okay here. I thought it was going to be worse. Oh, it's worse, alright. How many pixels do you want? The least possible. Oh, man. Grey face. I mean, it's just an arm. That's all you can really see. Wow. At least I can see his eye. Oh, he looks like he was photographed by a potato. That's alright. Oh my god, Hedwig is actually HD. Hedwig is 720p confirmed. Right, what about this lovely image? Oh, Jesus Christ. He's not even holding on to the broom practically. Also, I just want to add, he at least has a neck. There is something there. Well, I know it's tough times these days. It's tough times. Oh, man. He looks like a Gorgon. Rita Skeeter HD confirmed. Oh my god, Filch. That image of Harry on the broom is going to haunt me in my dreams. Yes, probably. Oh, I don't know, I think this picture of Dumbledore right here is going to haunt you in your dreams. Nor that one as well. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Look at the state of it. There's nothing there. That's not a picture with two people in it. That is a picture of Play-Doh. That is a picture of two Play-Doh characters put together. My god. Okay. Their faces are gone. They are gone. Oh no, here we go. Jesus. What is it? We're getting so close and personal in this. Why are they so close? Look at how close they are to the screen. They're like, look at me. So, okay. Chill. Their faces are definitely gone though. Hagrid PS1. HP4 PSP. It's pretty accurate, yes. Right, why is Hermione so obsessed with Magicus Extremis? Oh, actually, Herbology will be useful for later. Oh, HD. Right, Accio. Oh my god, it's a HD Hermione for once. Unbelievable. Jesus Christ. I mean, it's like looking at a liquid, isn't it? It's literally a liquid. Oh man. Why do they even have random pics from the film in this anyway? Because it has to connect to the movie, Mel. It has to connect. Do you not know that this is important? This is a marketing ploy to sell it. You have to remember this thing needed to be sold for a nice high price back in the day. Double jinx, get in there. Holy shit. Look at that. Jesus Christ. Look at the state of Fred and George. Oh my god, it actually looks like a meme. I'm being serious when I say this. It looks like a meme. Look at Fred on the left, and you can just see a smiley meme face. Look at Arthur Weasley in the middle, and it's effectively a demonic emoji face. It's just, look at the state of it. Oh man, I can't take it seriously. I'm trying so hard, you know. I really am. Some of them are alright, and then others are just... We're on another scale. Oh my god, Arthur Weasley looks okay in this. It's the first time he actually looks alright. Right. Anyway, we'll come back later. It's like that scene from Prisoner of Azkaban. Housekeeping. I'll come back later. Oh, an episode from Are You Afraid of the Dark? Oh, no, I'm afraid of the pixel, Harley Quinn. I'm afraid of the pixel. Housekeeping. I'll come back later. Pixel keeping, that's what we're going to have to start saying now, isn't it? Pixel keeping. No, don't need that. Oh, Jinx style. Double Jinx. Let's get that HD Cho Chang in there, shall we? Right, stamina. No. Has she got anything yet for... Oh, that's just depressing. Might as well give her more stamina, I guess. Right, well, the downside is we don't have anything useful whatsoever for Jinxes. So that's great. But we do have this, so we'll put that in. Anyway, Mel has maintained the position of first place. And this is a serious achievement, by the way. Mel, I know, has been trying to get first place for a very, very long time. So, it has now been achieved. Only took about... how many streams now? Probably 4 or 5, at least. But here we are. It's been achieved. I'm putting it on my CV. What's your proudest achievement? I got first place inside the live stream chat. We'll hire you on the spot. Jesus, what was that? I think the level just blew up. Arthur Weasley and the Goblin King. To search for a good photo. Oh no, don't remind me of the Goblin King, you're going to remind me of the Hobbit film. That's a horrifying reality, seeing that Goblin King. Ah, you haven't seen these before, have you? We'll have to use the cauldrons. To do what? To smash the supports, Ron. Careful. They can be a little bit explosive. See? Can't tell me that I don't know the lines. I know the lines, alright. Just to make it clear, that's not an achievement. It's actually quite depressing, really, that I know the lines, but here we are. Any me for the voice acting. I mean, they haven't got any voice acting in this anyway, so why not? Anyway, I think I did a pretty good impression. I mean, Hermione usually sounds whiny, doesn't she? So I think that was a fairly reasonable representation. I'm sure somebody's going to clip that now, but whatever, it's fine. I'll accept it. Never knew that it translated as croissant. That's so funny since Cornetto ice cream is nothing like one. No, indeed, it is nothing like one. God, could you imagine that? A Cornetto croissant. Jesus Christ. Now that is something that we need to see. Just what would happen if that was a reality. Cornetto croissant. That actually sounds awful. Imagine shoving a gigantic croissant inside a cornetto with ice cream in it and going, yeah, it's a new flavour, mate. I mean, you really know the lines. I thought you disliked HP4. I do. I do dislike HP4. Unfortunately, I've had the pleasure of sitting through all these voice lines many, many, many times. And that's for recording videos for you lot, that's for streaming this for you lot, that's for fixing the goddamn game on PC. I've heard so many of these lines too many times and it's kind of depressing how much I've heard them. Just imagine pastry flakes from a croissant poking out of the ice cream now. Or you know what you could do? Put in a chocolate croissant cornetto. There you go. It'd almost be like a chocolate ice cream, wouldn't it? Just the difference being that it's got a croissant in it. So why not? Chocolate ice cream cornetto. With all sorts of other weird things. God, we can just make our own odd flavours at this point. Endless flavours. What more do you want in life? Why have something good when you can just have something awful tasting instead? You know? It's part of the fun, right? It's like Bertie Bott's every flavoured beans, you know? You get some absolutely diabolical flavours and some actual good ones. That's part of the fun, isn't it? And ooh, chocolate ice cream. Yeah. Hermione, Wingardium bloody oath. Yeah, literally. The funny part is she actually has that line in this game, but yet her main lines don't exist. I love that, just to make it clear. I love the fact that they put the voice lines in for the spells and the but then they didn't put in any of the voice lines for the actual bits that involve dialogue for the most part. Why? Why did they not do this? Such a random choice. I don't understand it. I don't understand the logic of it. Oh well, at least you'll be haunted in your dreams tonight by Wingardium Leviosa. Sorry, we have to do it in the Hermione way, don't we? Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Oh, sorry, I'm saying it incorrectly for this game. Accio. Aquaraptor. I think it's a pretty accurate representation of Hermione's voice acting in this game. Now, if you do it in the Harry format, it's Aquaraptor. Good, isn't it? We all know who to call for the remake of Goblet of Fire when it happens for voice acting. The Bublio. Or you could just stop casting Aquaraptor when I want to do stuff because, you know, AI is a troll, as we all know. Look at that fat pixel right there. That is a beautiful fat pixel right there. So fatty and HD, it's unbelievable. Epublio, look at that thing. Look at the state of it. Right, come on then. Yeah, I know. I don't really need a cutscene to tell me that a grate has opened. Or a gate, I suppose I should call it. But yes. Also, I'm loving the HD textures of part of Hogwarts outside there. I mean, look at that building texture. It's looking beautiful. You can just about tell it's got bricks on it. Just about. Funny thing is the windows are actually somewhat HD, but then the actual bricks just look awful. In a minute, by the way, we all get to see a fabulous cutscene. And it's true, we get to see a really nice... Where's the water fountain? Where? Where's the water fountain? You can literally hear the water. That's the water for the bloody water fountain. Where is it? Are you serious? The devs forgot to put in the water fountains. You can literally hear the water fountain water. For God's sake. I love it. Don't you love it? We all love it. It's such an amazingly complete port, this. So complete to the point where there are water fountains that don't exist. But don't worry, their sound effect exists. And for some reason, they've got the sound effect for something that's not even in the level. But then the actual voice lines for the characters, they don't have in the level. Oh man. I would like to meet who greenlit this port someday. I would like to have some words about this. I need to find out the answer. I need to know what's going on. I need to find a HP4 dev at some point and just ask them some serious questions. I need answers to this game. There's so many answers that are required, including the fact that they have a 3D model of Fleur Delacour only as a wizard card, if you want to call it a wizard card, in this game. And they did voice lines for her, and they didn't put her in the game at all, other than in a wizard card. Even though she's one of the main characters of the entirety of the Goblet of Fire. Victor Crumb shows up briefly for about probably 2 seconds. So yeah, I have some questions, alright. Is there any video where you give your final review on Hogwarts Legacy? No, but there are multiple streams where I mentioned what I thought of Hogwarts Legacy. Speaking of Hogwarts Legacy, actually, I'm glad you brought it up. I sat down earlier today and I did our streaming. I'll carry on in this in a sec. Gives me a minute to stretch my fingers. Yeah, I sat down and I was basically sitting down scheduling effectively what games we could stream, mostly for the rest of the year, and some of the ideas that I have on a piece of paper. There's a lot of, well, it's more a Word document really, but there are lots of different games to go through there, to be fair. But Hogwarts Legacy is actually something that I put on there because we have not finished that yet. And the last time we streamed it was over a year ago now, and that was for that summer update that they did where you got the PlayStation exclusive DLC. We haven't streamed Hogwarts Legacy since. We really should be going back to it, to be honest. I kind of have to confess that I did forget that Hogwarts Legacy exists. Not because it's a bad game, by the way, but just generally forgot it was a thing. I was busy with too many other things. Anyway, yes, we will go back to Hogwarts Legacy, because we need to go back to Hogwarts Legacy. But yeah, there are other games as well, of course. I might even add House of the Dead remake onto that list now. Oh, this cutscene's going to be fabulous. Oh God, seeing Harry's hand there and everything, he looks like a budget action toy figure. Oh bloody hell, Jesus Christ, it looked bad. Absolutely terrible. Oh God, that was a hilarious cutscene, and the best part again is they didn't put any voice acting on it, so it's the most anticlimactic cutscene on this port ever. That, but there we are. Anyway, if you did want my views, by the way, Ripper, in regards to, well, all of the mainline games, or just specifically more in depth for Deathly Hallows Part 1 and also HP3 PC, then I have done actual proper reviews for that stuff. So I did a review about 3 years ago now, I think it was, where I covered most of the ports and things for the mainline games and gave brief sort of review of those. Obviously it had to be brief because there were so many games to fit inside that video, so it had to be brief. But you get a fair bit of detail on each one at the very least. But yeah, so you get all of my thoughts on those games sort of there, in a brief format. Then the Deathly Hallows Part 1, obviously I did a full-blown review for that. I think it was in November now, last year, which is on the channel, so you can watch that if you want to learn my thoughts in regards to the Deathly Hallows Part 1 game and see the full breakdown of that. And then back in June now, I released the HP3 PC review where, yeah, I basically did a full-on, actually, breakdown of HP3 PC as a review. And to be honest, I have to confess that was a really difficult review to do, primarily because there was so much I wanted to say in that review that honestly just kept making it way too long. At the end of the day, I'm one of these people that, of course, doesn't want to make videos too long if possible, because I understand and appreciate making long videos is annoying, and I respect people's time. So, yes, that's why I don't like to do that. But anyway, yeah, it's one of those reviews where there was just so much to talk about with that game, to be honest, and many people might think that there isn't much to say, actually, about HP3 PC, but honestly, if you really, really analyse it properly and look deep down into it, there's loads to say about that game, especially when you're comparing it as well to HP2 and 1 PC ports. You know, there's a lot there, actually, for HP3 PC to talk about. I mean, that review at the end of the day with what actually came out and was, you know, in the final product that you lot now have, I would argue probably at least half of that review got cut for the final thing. I cut out loads for that. So many points that I cut out from that review because it just was getting too long. There was no space for it all. So there's so much stuff that is actually not in that review that was effectively going to be there. Obviously, they're not as important points as what is in that review in the end. So yeah, there's a lot to say for that game, really. But, you know, I made my point on it. So there you go. But yeah, I haven't done any other reviews just yet for the other HP games. I probably will do. I haven't really decided what I would do next. I probably would go and do something like HP1 PC next, I think. But we'll see. How many more do we need? One. Actually, we'll do this. Go on. I like your reviews because you really know what you are talking about since you played it really in depth. Yes, it does help that. Yes, I mean, there are lots of different kinds of reviews you get, of course, from people over the years. I mean, for example, Phil, right, when he was still covering HP, did reviews for a lot of the HP games. Obviously, he didn't play all the HP games in the end, as we probably know if you've been keeping an eye on him. But yeah, I mean, there's a big difference between Phil there and me, for example. Phil has played those games for the most part once, right? And that's it. But also what he's doing is he's just going over his thoughts at the time of playing the game and going through the whole game, which I personally am not a big fan of when it comes to reviews. You know, just sitting down and going through the entire game for everyone. At that point, I feel like you might as well just play the game. But yeah, he goes through the whole game effectively, and then obviously, you know, gives his general views and opinions on it, which is fine. But of course, it makes the reviews quite long, and then at the end of the day as well, there's no real surprise for people that might actually want to play them still. But he also doesn't look at it from a design perspective, I think, a lot of the time. He looks at it more from just a gameplay perspective, which is fair enough. I mean, you know, a lot of people who just play games would. I like to try and mix it, but also my preference and style for reviews is that while I like to look at a bit more from the perspective of the design of the game, as well as also talking about if it's relevant, cut content, stuff like that, different visions, etc. Yeah, I mean, you have to kind of keep it so that people can understand it, of course. So you don't want to get too technological, if you like, and go over the top into all these different terms that people won't understand very well, etc. So there's always that fine line with doing that sort of stuff, which is kind of the fine line that I end up having to go down. Is sitting there and going, okay, will people understand what I'm saying? Because obviously, you know, if you don't have a technical mind and a creative sort of background, I suppose, then a lot of those things won't make a lot of sense. So you have to be somewhat careful how you do it. But from my point of view, doing design perspective stuff is actually just a lot more interesting in my view for a review. Not just from a general gameplay perspective. So that's my view on it all. The one that I really enjoyed doing, actually, technically speaking, you could argue it was my first ever game review, was with Phil, and that was when he was reviewing Lord of the Rings Fellowship of the Ring. And while I wasn't present, of course, for the whole of that review, I was just basically invited in by him to talk about briefly, you know, some of the aspects about the different ports of Fellowship, including the fact that there's content on the Xbox port that's missing from the PS2 and PC port and stuff like that. It was very brief what I was allowed to talk about, because of course at the end of the day it was his review, and obviously he didn't want to make it too long on that perspective, so I understand that. But I mean, I actually enjoyed that anyway, because personally I quite like Fellowship of the Ring, the game, and I can tell you now, if you want someone who's pretty dedicated to Fellowship of the Ring overall and is dedicated to really looking deep into that game big time, I'm probably the person to call for it. Because I've looked at that game in way too much depth over the years, probably at this point. It's somewhat unhealthy levels, I think, now. But there's so many fascinating things that I can honestly bring to the table and say regarding Fellowship of the Ring overall with its ports, and just how different that game honestly is at the end of the day compared to what people realise and what people have got, etc. There's a lot there actually that I think people just don't quite realise they've lost, effectively, if you like. There's a lot there. Look at her expression. But either way, Fellowship of the Ring is a very fascinating game at the end of the day. It really is. There's so much fascinating stuff behind that game. So, at some point I would actually like to do a proper review myself of Fellowship of the Ring in depth and talk about that. However, my review will be not talking about probably the Xbox port. I would do that, I think, if I was going to do it in its own separate sort of video, but rather doing a review on the PS2 and PC port, obviously primarily focusing on talking about the PC port. But yeah, I mean, you also have to look at the fact that, well, myself, Chip, and also Blank Name, who used to work with us at the time as well in the past, fixed Fellowship of the Ring on PC. You know, it was our time and dedication, if you like, to really go in depth to actually fix that game and make it properly playable on PC, because it's been literally on life support for years, that game now on PC. It's been horrible, and it's just so different now as a result of what's happened. But as a result of what's happened, of course, it's meant that, you know, we have more depth to be able to actually see more into what is actually going on with that game, what's cut from it, etc. So there's so many things that you can just learn about now as a result of that. It's fantastic, honestly. It's one of the most fascinating games. It's a game that I would argue never stops giving. That game, you think you got through everything and that's the end of it with Fellowship of the Ring, and then you dig a little deeper and there's more, and then there's more, and then there's so much more, and then you start putting in no clip in the game so you can fly around, and there's more. It's just never ending. It's literally the game that just never stops giving you extra cool stuff. You know, I still don't even think to this day that everything has been fully found yet. But here we are. I mean, there are 2 cut levels, of course, from the PC port that are now unearned, and obviously I did videos for those in the most recent Fellowship series I did. So people can see those up on the channel now and see what was lost from the PC and PS2 port there. And of course, we got a unique level that answered so many questions that I had anyway, for years, set in between the level Bree and, of course, Weathertop, which is the boggy marsh level, where Aragorn basically was leading the hobbits through the boggy marsh to get to Weathertop. But so many of these lines, of course, in the files were named after that cut level, but they were played on Weathertop, which was always suspicious anyway. But there's loads of textures and things that were made for that specific level. There's just so much, really. But we finally now have actually got access to seeing the level and being able to try it out. Obviously, it's not even close to being finished, and it's not really a playable level, so to speak, but at least you now have the chance to see it, which is awesome. And then, of course, the same for the level that was actually in the Xbox port in the end, but didn't make it to PC and PS2, which is the Network of Stairs level, where you play as Aragorn in the Mines of Moria, and you go down these big long stairs basically, and you have to normally shoot a minecart around for the puzzle, etc., to open a door. But yeah, I mean, that was completely cut from the PC and PS2 port. But of course, the level, you know, it's there. You can play it. It's just very unfinished, but it is there. It's cool stuff. It's cool stuff. I like it.
Axion Fireball!
You watched it 2 times, my reviews of HP7 and HP through PC. Blimey, the dedication is real from Ripper. I'm impressed, Ripper. How do I speed up? Ah, that one, okay. Oh my god, okay. Anyway, look at this lovely level. You know, it looks alright, to be fair, on this board. I'm quite impressed. It could have been worse. It could have been so much worse. Yeah, so I'll have to sit down and start actually doing another review quite soon. I need to get round to it. Basically, if life would stop constantly getting in the way all the time by stopping me from doing voice videos half the time, that would be really helpful. But welcome to life. It is annoying when you have like a whole schedule available, you're ready to go. You're like, okay, I've got this time dedicated to being able to do voice recording stuff. And then of course, you sit down to do it, and you can't do it. Because some other crap comes up in real life that stops you. And you're like, damn you. Now I have to move everything. It's very annoying, that. I'm sure others don't find this a problem in life whatsoever, do you? But yeah, anyway, it's fine. I'm used to it after all these years. You just learn to move things. To be fair, he actually really doesn't look that bad in this level, the dragon. It looked worse in the Forbidden Forest cutscene and everything. On here, it actually looks okay. I bet you lot didn't know that to get 3 shields on this level and stuff, it's not actually about getting the speed boost rings and doing it quickly, it's about getting lots of beams. That's actually how you get the highest score and everything, is by getting tons of beams. It's a very weird system, I'm not sure why they put this in, but there we are. Anyway, there we are, done. We should be able to unlock the Hobology level now, because of course the prefect's bathroom isn't in as well. It does feel like you're going really fast. I am going really fast. That's the whole point of it. That's what a firebolt is for, however you know. Do I use a different mic? No, I use the same mic. I still use this Blue Yeti. You'll probably find the reason I sound different in my shorts is because I probably talk slower in my shorts to an extent. Which is true, I do tend to talk a bit slower in the shorts compared to most other things. I have different ways of speaking, I suppose, for content. I mean, for guides, I tend to talk quite quickly because, you know, I'm one of these people that goes for quick guides, so it's meant to be fast, straight to the point, quick to do. Then shorts, to my perspective of doing them anyway, I like to keep them not really fast talking, but reasonable speed, I guess. So then as a result, it means that it kind of doesn't drone out people, because, you know, people will then go, well, I can't keep up. When basically shorts are, from me anyway, mostly information, or from some perspectives, fun, silly things, right? Like glitches or whatever. But when they're information, I prefer to keep them a reasonable pace. But yeah, that's probably why you think they sound different. Right. There it is. Hobology. People are sitting there right now in the chat going, prefect bathroom time. Hobology. But where's my prefect bathroom? Where is it? That's what they're all saying right now in the chat. They're all saying, where's my prefect bathroom? And the answer is, you ain't getting your prefect bathroom. It's cut from the game. Get used to it. There you go. Done. Anyway, hopefully Mel's still enjoying her croissant cornetto ice cream. Oh my god. Jesus Christ, that is the most haunting thing I've ever seen. That is pretty haunting. Wow. Jesus Christ. It looks like somebody that's just been severely sunburnt, and then the Chuckle brother is behind him having a chuckle. My God. It's horrifying. Oh, I love these wizard cars on this version. They're great. Oh god, no. See that he actually looks alright in this port, Mad Eye Moody. Look. You know, that's pretty decent. That's like sort of 1080p levels right there, you know? Mel doesn't realise that this will be haunting her dreams now. 1080p Mad Eye Moody. He's only got one eye because his other eye has failed to, well, be modelled in. So he really is one eye Moody in this case. It's like a photo from a crime documentary. Shame it was cut. I have such fond memories of that scene in the film where the trio go down into the sewer systems. Yeah. I mean, it's true. It's a really famous scene. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's horrifying. Wow. It could be worse. Shall we say 480p Hermione? We'll go with 480p Hermione. I think that's being fair. But yeah, I mean, that was a key part of the, you know, stuff. You don't realise it. That the key part of the film is that they all go into a toilet together. Which sounds really odd saying that. But anyway, they all go into a toilet together and start playing around with an egg. And then drop an egg in a pipe. And then they go for a lovely time swimming in a sewer. I should say a posh sewer as well. And then they pull out an egg from a sewer pipe to then kill off a load of Earthlings that for some reason are living in the sewers. To then go and find the egg in some lovely clean bath water, washing off their lovely sewage system crap that they got on it. But yeah, I mean, that's a major part of the film. Remember that scene? Pretty key scene. Yeah, wanted Ron to show off his best Just Dance moves. That's actually plausible for Hermione. Jesus Christ. Did you hear that Mad Eye started a YouTube channel where he reviews takeaways? It's called Mad Eye Foodie. Oh boy. Jesus Christ. Okay. Oh dear. That's just haunting, that. That's haunting. Jesus. I wasn't prepared for that. That is horrifying. Look at the state of it. Right, anyway, let's get out of here. Quickly. God. That's the stuff of nightmares, what I just saw. Absolute nightmare fuel. I've seen horrifying movies. This takes the top level. Ron could do with going abroad and getting a tan, I reckon. Nah, I think he could do with just getting a new freaking face. That's what he could do with. Right, apology level, let's go! Yeah! Look at how excited they are! They're so excited, look at them! They're all excited, they're jumping up and down with excitement. Look at Hermione go, she's like, yeah, let's do it! Let's go and get a plant! Let's go and do it! Yeah. Sorry, I'm semi-losing my mind to the incredible boredom that is HP4. You'll have to forgive the brain cells dying every few seconds. Did Ron just sneeze? He did just sneeze, yes. Right. Jinx style. Cho Chang time. Oh, so you keep all the other cards but not Harry's. How kind of you. Such a just unfair thing to do. Right, they haven't... Oh, for God's sake. Well, we might as well put that on, I suppose. Accio. Oh. Why would you do this to me? Why? What is this one again? It's Accio, isn't it? Accio. Well, Axio. Sorry, we've got to say it correctly, haven't we? Axio. Right, anyway. Jinx style. Yay. There is nothing useful in here. This is really annoying. Oh well. Those character models are great, the Time Shadow. We've been talking about how awful they are for the whole stream. Also, welcome to the stream.
It'll help you breathe underwater for an hour.
What an insult you could do with getting a new face. Oh no, it's one hell of an insult, isn't it? Oh, the mountains have just loaded in the background there. They look like they'd rather be sneaking down the sewers in the prefect bathroom. Probably. I don't think someone with Ron's pigmentation will be getting a tan anytime soon. Probably not. Alright, apology level, let's go. Collect new spellbook. I don't think it even says that, does it, in the main console port? I don't remember it ever saying that. They actually bothered to put a quest line in this. Can't believe it. A quest line? In HP 4? Who would have thought? Such a linear game, having a quest line is almost unheard of. Anyway, Hermione's doing very well in today's stream because she's always the one that's being picked, pretty much. But there you go. Oh, yes, the good music. Well, I mean, there's lots of good music, but the good music. I like this song. To be fair, all of the HP4 music for the greenhouse stuff is really nice music. Strikes me as someone who doesn't tan. Well, I mean, you wouldn't be wrong. Granted, I've never attempted to try and tan myself, so it's not exactly something that I really care for, to be brutally honest with you. Never have cared for it. It involves effort. Yeah, it's shovel time. Stop! Shovel time! Go with the flow. You really got hurt from that. Just saw your game fix list. There's some pretty great games you've got coming up. Oh, are you inside the Fix Enhancers server by any chance? Or did you find that on the website just in general? We're actually curious to know that, by the way. We are curious to know if people are finding the Fix Enhancers website on Google generally, or if they are just finding it through the server. It is kind of handy to know this. But yeah, we've got quite a few games on that fix list in all fairness. Obviously, we've got quite a few that are in the works though. In the Discord server, yeah. That's fair enough. I thought you might get it from there. Yeah, there's quite a few things on the fix list. I mean, most of those things, of course, are requests from people. That's the one thing that I think people need to obviously accept there. Is that we've accepted a load of different requests from people over time. So as a result, of course, it does mean that they're in the request section. But, you know, when we get there, we'll look at them. But our premise is really if they already have fixes and they work really well, then obviously we have no reason to look at them. But it depends what obviously people request, of course. It does depend. But, you know, at the moment, off the top of my head from memory again, granted, I should probably remember this all by now, but I don't. But anyway, we've got obviously Spider-Man 2002 still in the works. So we've got the FMVs, or the movies if you like, being fixed. That's a really, really difficult problem, but it's being looked at. So hopefully that'll be fixed some point in the future. Then also we're updating the controller support for that game, because of course the controller support for it is just dreadful and basically awful waste of time. So we're going to dump that D input support that game has, and we're going to change it to X input support so that it actually supports Xbox controllers properly and stuff. So yeah, we're going to change that. Then of course the Amazing Spider-Man, we are obviously going back to that fix. It's currently out in a beta format, basically that fix for everyone, just mainly because we wanted people to give feedback on the field of view for that fix. That was our desire for the Amazing Spider-Man fix. Obviously we're going to do more for it, but we wanted feedback for field of view because it means then we can look at the problems that might exist with that in more detail. But yeah, we're going to look at frame rate for that game because obviously it's broken as hell in the game and it needs sorting. Then also the aspect ratio we have noticed is actually broken. Luckily I was the one that noticed that that was not right, so we will update that because that isn't correct at the moment in the fix. Not a difficult update in all fairness, just need to get around to it. So there's the Amazing Spider-Man one there. We'll also do the second game as well, which will be the exact same as the first one because they share the same basically offsets and stuff, so it's not hard. Then obviously Web of Shadows is honestly one of the hardest games to fix, and I think is the second hardest Spider-Man game to be fixing. That was difficult beyond belief. It's not even finished yet obviously, but it's getting there. We've finally done field of view for it. Frame rate is a pain in the arse and is not done yet. So once that's done, then yeah, sure, you all get a Web of Shadows fix, but for now that game's just awful. It's a good game, by the way. I really like the game, but it's just a pain in the arse to fix. Yeah, what else was on that list again? Fellowship. We're going to try and see if we can get some of the other dev menu commands out, because we would like to do that. Then the HPs, I'm not going to tell everyone, because obviously we're keeping this a secret right now, but obviously for HP 4 to 8, we're looking at introducing some quite highly requested features from everyone over time now that they really want to see in those games, so we're going to try and add some cool stuff there. What else have I missed? Oh yeah, Burn Zombie Burn. That one's just a big fix, so that's fixing a black square, adding in proper frame rate support, higher field of view, possibly adding in the cut levels, including ones that never got released but were meant to be released because they're in the game files. I think that's everything for that. So yeah, there you go. I mean, obviously there are plenty of other games too, but there you go. I think that's everything off the top of my head. I went there a couple of days ago because I was having some problems with running. Oh, you were the one having problems with the Half-Blood Prince, were you? I think I remember Chip mentioning this. Well, I think so anyway. I will admit I haven't been keeping a massive eye on everything for fix enhancers lately, just because I've been a bit busy, but yeah, I think I vaguely remember him mentioning it. I assume you sorted out your problem with Half-Blood Prince. But yeah, you love the Spider-Man games as well, it's good to see. Right, what else have we got here? Right, anyway, let's carry on. Give me the book of my goals.
Excellent.
That was the most pixelated book I think I've ever seen. Yes, Herbificus. Why did we never get Herbificus ever again in Harry Potter? I would love to know why we never got this spell ever again. It's kind of sad, because I actually think the Herbificus spell was interesting. I really like the Herbificus spell. So it's just depressing that we never see it. Why don't we see it? Maybe Ripper knows the answer. What do you think? Ripper? Do you know why we didn't see the Herbificus spell ever again? Go on, mate. You know you can give us the answer. I reckon you've got some behind the scenes knowledge. Right, let's keep going. Oh no, I've got to deal with those stupid vampire moth things. Vampires can't see themselves in mirrors, and yet Dracula's hair is always so neat. Well, he probably has some sort of third sense. There you go. I also love the way that they mention venomous tentaculars in this game, in this section. And they're not even in the game. Why? Not managed to solve it yet, no. I sent a screen recording of what happened on my screen into the server in case that helps. Alright. I know that Chip is the one that's looking at that problem, so I will leave it with him. Because as he's already looking at it, it's probably best that he's the one that looks at it. But yeah. I think from my memory of what Chip said, you're the person, am I right, where HP6 just doesn't boot up at all? Is that right? I think that's what he said. Why is this here? I don't actually know. Anyway. Oh my god, what are they going to look like? Actually, not that bad. I thought they were going to look worse. Yes. Lily pad time. I guess we should bother to try and go over to the other side and get some of the shields. We got to get all the shields anyway to be able to unlock the second task and stuff. The part of HP4 I hate. Can't get it to even start. Interesting. I mean, you can mention a few things to me here if you want, and I'll see if I can offer some kind of guidance just in general from here. Obviously, I am sure you're playing on Windows 11 because, you know, everyone seems to be playing on Windows 11 for the most part now. Except for me. But yes, everyone's pretty much on Windows 11. But there we are. So I will be there eventually. Unfortunately. I'm not looking forward to that movie. I can't see where the freaking... Where's the cursor? Where is it? Oh, there it is, right. Please hit that. Oh, come on. Yes, look at that. Hey, you watched the video of the Crash Twinsanity devs reacting to a world record speedrun. I've seen that being advertised on YouTube. I haven't watched it yet, but I have seen it. There's been quite a few actually of the Crash Twinsanity devs who have been coming out and talking about Twinsanity and things. It's been quite interesting and entertaining overall. Especially as they've been revealing like quite a lot of the stuff that didn't actually end up making it into Crash Twinsanity. Bought a physical copy, installed it fine, but the screen went black and the display looked like it was about to boot, but then it goes black to normal and doesn't open up at all. Right, two things right off the bat there. First one, you need an OCD in order to actually be able to play HP6 properly with the fix anyway. So you will need that. I'm sure Chip probably gave you that. But yeah, you definitely need that. Second of all, the one thing that I know Chip forgets to always mention to people, and he needs to start remembering this to be honest, because it is actually quite important with most old games now. I think I might have mentioned it in my fix video. I can't actually remember if I did or not now, to be fair. But one thing you should do on modern Windows with all these old games is on the exe file, so that would be hp6.exe, you want to right click it, go to properties, go to compatibility tab, and then click on the high DPI settings is what it's known as. Then when you get that box open, you want to go down to the bottom drop down box and change that to application if it's not already on that, and then basically just click OK and apply that. The reason you want this, by the way, is because that helps resize the game properly for modern Windows desktops and stuff. Effectively, just to kind of make it plain and English and simple for you all to understand. Back in the old days of Windows, it was quite different how full screen used to work in games compared to now. So effectively, when you play a modern game now on PC through full screen, you're not really truly playing full screen like it was back in the days, known as dedicated full screen. You're now really just playing a borderless full screen, effectively, where it's actually determined basically by your desktop. So if you then were to Alt-Tab out of said game, it will just Alt-Tab immediately to the desktop if you have the game at the same as your resolution. Now obviously if you went on a modern game and say your desktop is 4K resolution, but then you went and changed your in-game resolution to 2K for example, then of course it's going to basically change the desktop resolution to the game resolution in order to basically cope with that. So while you won't be able to see it, effectively if you were to look behind the game, your desktop will now be 2K resolution instead of 4K resolution like it normally is. However, if you were then to Alt-Tab out of the game, you would then go back to your default resolution that you normally have for your PC for the desktop, which is 4K. There you go, a little bit of history and general knowledge for you all. But yeah, basically Windows changed the way that full screen works, and of course the DPI system helps solve that problem. And this is why it's really important, because effectively all applications from older Windows get cocked up because of this problem. So this is why it's quite important to actually turn on high DPI settings for basically every single game by default, pretty much. You should do it. Obviously some don't do it, you know, if there's for example a mod creator who's created something where they've done their own thing. For example, there's a good one with that actually, the HP2 updated engine of course. Metallica fan has done completely his own thing there in that regard, and that's fine. So you don't want to turn on obviously high DPI for that, you don't want to do that at all. But if it's just the original regular main game from major devs who have done nothing with it for years, then yes, you need high DPI. Yeah, you will need to get the no CD, like I mentioned, Shadow. You will need the no CD. I assume that Chip linked you to the no CD that is required, which is from the HP Game Archive on archive.org. If not, then I'm sure somebody who is actually on my Discord server right now should be able to actually help in that regard. But yeah, you will need that no CD, but I see you said that you've got it, but if you haven't got it, then obviously, if you need it, I'm sure someone has the link for it. Right, let's go. Yeah, cool. That's good. Alright, as long as you got the link for it, it's fine. I mean, high DPI stuff is the first thing that will immediately come to my mind of people having trouble booting up the game and then it doesn't open properly at all, and it's just a black screen or whatever. Because that immediately screams to me that there's a problem with it trying to display the thing properly with full screen resolution. This song is a classic. Alex, I'm not sure why we don't see the spell that you mentioned. God, you responded back to that comment that I made earlier quite late, didn't you, Ripper? But yeah, I'll tell you what I do prefer in this port, not having to get rid of these stupid mushrooms here with the Bloated Tuber. That's nice that they took that out of this port, because that was just annoying. But yes, you're not sure why we don't see it? I'm not sure either, Ripper, and I'm very upset by it. I'm not pleased, Ripper. I mean, it's a cool spell, Herbificus. They should put it in Hogwarts Legacy too. Anyway, I see that John has taken #1 place. This is serious stuff. Mel has just lost her crown to John. There's gonna be a war. The war between Mel and John has commenced. You thought that the admins were good friends? Not anymore. All it took was for the number to take over. And it has begun. Mel and John no longer friends confirmed. Oi. I'm on my way to the theatre. What, to watch HP4 PSP? Must be one hell of a thing to watch at the theatre. Oh, if you're on a laptop, then of course there could be other reasons for why you're having trouble then. I mean, there are many reasons why you could have trouble, but you need more information to really work on that, obviously. I don't have all that information, so as a result I'm kind of working with what's being said here, at best. Inflatus. Get inflating, mate. You're gonna watch Fantastic Four? You mean Fantastic Blur, Rise of the Blur Surfer? Good resist. Oh, you two are just useless at this point. You're stuck behind a gate. Why are you behind a gate, you sots? How is this thing not dead? Harry, the boy who lived. Stuck on a gate. It's the famous line from Harry and Voldemort's encounter in the Forbidden Forest and the Deathly Hallows changed. Do it. Cast. Kill it. Thank you. Took your time. At least you managed to get help from behind the gate. What are you doing, anyway? A terrible pun there, Bly. A terrible pun. Is that opponent we all love? What, the gate? I agree, that is a pretty deadly opponent, the gate. Anyway, yeah, Shadow, I mean, in response to that problem, it depends what your laptop has in it, really. Oh! There's one thing you probably haven't done, and I'll be honest, as I haven't used laptops in years, I can't remember where you find all this, but I know this is a pain in the arse problem with laptops, and this is one of the reasons why I hate them. Does your laptop have a dedicated graphics card in it? Because most laptops, if they're especially good gaming ones, have a dedicated graphics card and then also an onboard graphics card, which is usually Intel, which is useless and you don't want to play any game on that. And then of course the dedicated one is Nvidia, but effectively, oh, AMD, oh no. Sorry, AMD gives me nightmares. AMD gives me so many nightmares. It always breaks everything, AMD. Every time. But AMD is a terrible thing when it comes to most old games, but in particular Spider-Man's. However, yeah, there is a setting on laptops I honestly wish I could remember where the hell it is, where you can set the laptop to basically by default always read only from your dedicated graphics card and not from the onboard system graphics card. There is a setting for it that you have to turn on in Windows, because if you don't turn it on, then unless the game specifically asks you to use that particular graphics card, then it will always choose the onboard one, which is useless. So effectively, if you're playing like a modern game, for example Call of Duty, right, then it will ask you what graphics card you want to use, so you would say AMD. But if you're playing something like HP6, it just defaults to what it thinks is correct. And in this case, it will default to your onboard graphics card, which of course will probably be Intel or something, so that's wrong. Yeah, you need to change that setting. You'll probably want to look that up, actually, Shadow. Because like I said, I can't remember where you find that. I know that Chip would know the answer to that, just because Chip uses laptops all the time in his life, whereas I don't. Like I said, I use desktops. I've always used them for years, so I can't remember all of this, but to hazard a guess from my general potential memory of this, it will be under Windows settings and then probably display or graphics related display settings somewhere at the very least. But yeah, give it a Google, because there is a way to change it and you want to change it. Oh Christ, hello. But yeah, I think what's happening there then probably is that the game is trying to pick up your onboard graphics card, as you said you're on a laptop, which would make sense. I assume you have tried playing other HP games on that laptop, have you? Or have you not tried playing any others? For example, HP 5, Order of the Phoenix. Ah, Mel has returned. And the bad news for Mel is she is only second place. This is serious. But she has now managed to go back to first place. Ooh. The competition is fierce. I'd also like to add, Mel, by the way, that you're at war now with John. Just thought I'd let you know. You and John are no longer friends. You're at war. The poor admins. They're so used to this now. Oi, thank you very much. Please don't get stuck behind the gate, Ron, for the love of Christ. We'll be here all 15 years. By the time you get out from behind that gate, we will already have a remake of Goblet of Fire. Really? Go away. There we go. Okay. Give me the cauldron. For fuck's sake. Stop pulling the gate! I'll pull it. There you go. Now stop pulling the gate. Leave the gate alone. Ignore the gate. It's already open. Just leave it alone. Move. Leave the gate. Come down the stairs. That's fine. John and I stay allies. Not when it comes to John stealing your #1 location. Which he did. He stole your #1 spot. This is serious stuff, Mel. You know, we take this very seriously. If you lose your #1 spot, it's a serious crime. I'm not sure there's much logic to the crown system. There's serious logic to the crown system, I'll have you know. Twitch can be addictive. You what now? I find Reddit a little bit addictive, but I suppose any platform can be. Can it? I'll be honest, I certainly don't suffer these, I guess we'll call them withdrawal syndrome symptoms if you can't cope with not being on a platform because it's so addictive. I don't personally suffer with that. I just use the platform and that's that. I get on with it and move on. It's just how I move on with life, really. All these people that are literally glued to X or Twitter, as it should still really be called. Everyone's glued to everything these days. I remember the days when everyone was glued to Netflix. Couldn't go around any street without someone mentioning the word Netflix. Couldn't go anywhere. Couldn't even go to the beach without someone mentioning Netflix. You'd just be sitting there on the beach having a great old time, and then someone would bring up the word Netflix. And you go, come on now, we're at the beach, damn it. Every time. Always bringing up the Netflix. Every single time. It was a craze back in the day. Don't know why it was a craze then. Really don't know why. Strange reality we live in, I suppose. There we are. Oh, I see Chip has arrived. Hello, Chip. The music makes me think of the Glaciers challenge. Yeah, well, I mean, this is the music that plays during that challenge. That's why. It's good music, this. Now, I hate to tell you this, Chip. Despite the fact that you're here, you do not have a number next to you. You only have a spanner. And right now, everyone is fighting for a number. It's part of the fun right now. Everyone wants their number. No pressure, Chip, but you need to get a number now. If you don't have a number, you're not one of the lords. In case you didn't tell, everyone loves the frickin' number system on YouTube. Such a great system. Support Mel in a hashtag one title defense. Right, we're near the end of this level now. Yay. Oh, for God's sake. Someone defend me, please. Thank you. Right, thank you so much. My number one spot is defended forevermore. Oh, sounds like Ron's having a bad day. Do you reckon Ron's got diarrhea or something? That's why he makes that noise. He's eaten too many beans. Finally in June, you broke free, what, from the addictive nature that is Twitch to you. Oh god. Hello, lots of big fly things. Fly, you need to control your flies, my friend. These flies are annoying all of these poor low polygon counted, you know, characters. Poor low poly Hermione's having a rough time here. changed it from letting them decide to high performance. Yeah, it wasn't changing it to high performance and that. I distinctly remember the setting was so that you could change it to your actual graphics card specifically, rather than that. In fact, as Chip's here, he'll remember. Chip, you remember a while ago when on your laptop you had to change your graphics setting or whatever so that you could change your laptop to read from the actual dedicated graphics card instead of reading from the onboard shit? Do you remember how you did that and where you found that? Because I literally can't obviously really remember any of this stuff as I haven't used a laptop in like 10 years. So if you remember that, that would be really helpful. Right, come on then. Oh, did you do it inside the control panel? There. We've got an AMD user here, by the way, Chip, in this case. Don't worry, I've already said my sort of RIP for the AMD department. But yes. Anyway, alright, so by the sounds of it then possibly inside of the actual graphics control panel thing itself. So I guess that would be probably AMD's, whatever they call it, Catalyst control panel or something like that. Whoa, what's going on? I know I should kill all the enemies, but I really can't be bothered. So we're just going to run down to the bottom and that'll be that. And luckily none of them are spawning right now because they're all stuck upstairs with the other characters. We need to get out. Don't you worry, we're getting out, Hermione. Can't say the same for the others. For getting back to me? What do you mean for getting back to me? Oh, you mean what I sent earlier about Amazing Spider-Man? Yeah, it's alright, I wasn't expecting any response from it really. Just to make that clear. I will call off the flies. Love it. Oh, you were talking about helping in the Discord thing, sorry, yeah. I'm thinking about two different things at once. But yes. Yes. In this case, Chip Shadow came in earlier to talk about this, and of course I was trying to remember everything about it, because I know that you were the one that sorted the issue out to an extent. Oh my god, look at those graphics. So yes, I didn't really have all the information regarding it, so I've been kind of trying to do it all in this stream. Which has been rather entertaining to do, I have to say. Right, how many Triwizard shields are we going to need before we can do the underwater level? That's the real question. Yeah, it'd be easier if Chip helps you with that, Shadow, simply just because, of course, he was already helping you beforehand, and at the end of the day, he's not doing a stream. So yes, it does make life a bit easier. So yeah, I'll leave it with Chip still. It'd probably be the best way to do it. You were addicted, Fly, to... Interesting. You were addicted to Twitch so badly that you've only just managed to break away from it. What did you find addictive about it, Fly? I'm genuinely curious to know what you actually found addictive about Twitch. What was it specifically that was really addictive about it? 2 more shields. Alright, we're getting there. Easy shields, easy shields. 2 on this, they're quite easy actually. Let's do this. Ouch. Who needs beans? Ron, I guess. Right, come on then, Ron. Let's get you some beans. The socialising. That was the addictive bit, was it? Interesting. So, what, talking in the chat all the time with people, you mean? That's not what I was expecting to be the answer, in all fairness. I was expecting it to be something like the point system or whatever that they have over there and so on. But yeah, intriguing. Anyway, I'm glad to see that Shadow has at least got some help sorted out there, so that's good. I'm glad that he has got Chip helping him out again in the proper way, which would be the best thing anyway for everyone, so that's useful. Anyway, sorry I couldn't help you more there, Shadow, but it is quite difficult to do it while you're streaming in all fairness. But anyway, I'm glad that Chip is at least around to help you out with it, so there you go. But either way, you have at least learnt some useful tips, which you should remember for the future at least. Oh yeah, I was thinking earlier, watching the stream, it surprises me YouTube haven't copied Twitch's channel point system. I mean, you say that, but it's YouTube. The thing with YouTube you kind of have to understand is they don't see much as anything really being competition. It's just the truth, they don't. Because they've been around for so long, and in the end they will always be really just top success platform all the time for this sort of stuff. I mean, it's going to take a really big competitor, in my opinion, to come along and actually really make any impact on YouTube. And that's probably never going to happen, so I can understand why they don't care much. Let's put it this way. The fact that YouTube still haven't allowed creators to be able to upload actual thumbnails for shorts on desktop yet, even though they've said that it's coming soon for about, what, must have been at least probably 4 or 5 years at this point. Shows you how much they really don't need to care. But there we are. It's alright. We only need one more shield for the lake level. It's probably the maze level that we'll need a lot more on. But yeah, it's alright. We're getting there. We're getting there. We'll have the lake level open soon. I'm hoping that the maze one is not going to be a pain in the arse. The PSP can be nightmare fuel sometimes. Oh, it certainly can. You weren't around earlier when we saw some of the wizard cards. You have no idea how horrifying that was to look at. It's truly nightmare fuel, that. Right, one of the most annoying rooms in the room. Let's go. In the room, in the level even. One of the most annoying rooms in the level. There you go. Reword that. Come on, come on, come on. Ah, so close. So close. No, not that. Yes, come on, you can do it. No, yes, you did it. Nice. Alright, perfect. Keep defending me, lads. Keep doing it. You can do it. No, no. Stun it, people. Stun the thing. Stop. Why did she have to put her frickin' wand away for no apparent reason? Right. Let's just get rid of them. Right, please defend me, people. You can do it. Yeah, we did it. Alright, awesome. Now we've got the lake level. Okay, exciting times ahead. Lake time. time to go in some mouldy water. You get to swim around in some gooey, mucky, algae-like water. Don't you all just love going in algae? Lovely algae. How has this managed to get higher? There we go. No, it's still getting higher. How are you doing this, camera? You should not be doing this. There we go. Right. Yes, alright, I get the idea that I haven't tossed anything pretty much at all in that level. I bet the crown system is kind of similar to it. I mean, it's somewhat is similar to it, I suppose. I would argue it's not quite the same, but it has a similar vibe to it, yeah. 7. 7 shields. Oh, man. Well, at least we get 3 from this. Oh, boy. 7 shields. It's brutal, this game.
Welcome to the second task. Last night, something our champions value exceptionally was taken from them. That something now lies at the bottom of Black Lake. Their mission this morning is to retrieve it. Champions, you may begin.
Yay, lake level, which we get to see in low poly graphics. Let's go. Lake Harry time. Well, he could have looked worse. I'll put it that way. I'm not saying he looks good, but I'm also not saying he looks terrible. He actually looked okay there, in all fairness. Why are you a PCSX2 fan in particular? I mean, I'm a PCSX2 fan too, actually. I use PCSX2 pretty much all the time for stuff. In fact, many of the games we've streamed on this channel have been done through that. But I'm also a PC player, so I play mainly dedicated PC ports a lot of the time as well. And of course, in the case of HP4, I just play the PC port normally. If I ever want to play HP4, which granted is not very frequently, but yes. This was more here for people that wanted to see the PSP port, which, believe it or not, people really wanted to see the PSP port. Everyone voted for this. So there we are. Everyone was very excited for this PSP port. Even though I offered them the King Kong not PC port, the King Kong PSP port even, and they didn't want to see the King Kong PSP port. I mean, come on now. It's King Kong. Yeah, PCSX2 is very easy to use these days compared to what it used to be like, that's for sure. But also, it's got a lot of great improvements over the years to it as well for a lot of games. Unfortunately, certain games have actually got worse on it over the years, such as HP2, for example, for the PS2. That's actually got worse. And the more recent builds of the PCSX2 emulator, and they still haven't fixed it yet, and I doubt they're going to fix it for a long time. So you're better off, honestly, and it's weird that I have to say this, but you are better off going to the 1.6 version of PCSX2 in order to play HP2 PS2 for the time being, because at least it works there if you tinker around a bit properly. But yeah, I mean, currently on the 2.0 builds, it's just a mess, that game. Complete mess. Oh my god, these bubbles look incredible on the PSP port. Look at those. Look at the state of those. That's fabulous. I love it. Oh my god, this camera is horrible. You also can't aim at what you want half the time, which is really annoying. Oh, don't throw me into all the enemies, that's not helpful. Kill it. Okay, there we go. That was close. I honestly thought we might actually get stuck then and then just get absolutely obliterated by all these annoying octopus things. I always forget the names of these octopus things every time. I just call them octopuses. I know they have a proper name, but there we are. Hi Aaron, welcome to the stream by the way. I mentioned that there are some of the Spider-Man games that we're working on earlier. Do you know when they'll roughly be out? Yeah, the ones we're primarily working on are basically Web of Shadows, The Amazing Spider-Man 1 is being updated, and then I guess if you like then Spider-Man 2002 to an extent, but that is already out so people can use that. Yeah, as for when they're going to be out, I'll be brutally honest with you, no idea. They're quite complicated, the two that are currently majorly in development, which is Web of Shadows and The Amazing Spider-Man 1. They're both really painful games to fix properly. Web of Shadows, in all fairness, has taken a lot of effort to fix. So far, the field of view for it, though, behind the scenes is finally in a great shape and actually works really well, so that is all good. The only thing that needs doing for that now is frame rate. Unfortunately, that is also insanely complicated to do. So, to be honest, in terms of a time for that, I really can't give you one. Because, honestly, we don't have one. And then as for The Amazing Spider-Man, it's primarily frame rate that needs fixing for that, obviously. And what we have wanted people to do with that fix, as we put it out in the beta, was to actually tell us, you know, if there were issues with field of view on it at all. We were hoping people would give a lot of feedback on that. So far we haven't had that much feedback for it, so it would be nice if people gave feedback on that a little bit so that we could find any major problems that might exist with field of view there and try and fix those if we can. But yes, it would be nice to know these things. Then of course aspect ratio needs sorting out obviously on that at the moment because that's a bit of a mess, but that's not too difficult to do. But again, as for when that's going to come out, I mean that one is primarily delayed just because of Web of Shadows. Honestly, if anything, the only thing that's really holding back pretty much everything now is actually Web of Shadows. Believe it or not, that game just is such a pain in the arse, it holds everything back. But yeah, I mean, honestly, actual ideas of when that stuff's going to come, I can't really tell you. Hopefully soon is all I can really say, is hopefully soon. But we'll just have to wait and see. I think most of it will depend on Web of Shadows at the end of the day, unfortunately. But the problem is we have a lot of desire. Oh my god, why is she green? Anyway, we have a lot of desire to do Web of Shadows, because of course it's a very popular game, Spider-Man Web of Shadows. It's also a really good game, and a lot of people want that game. It has been one of the most requested Spider-Man games to fix on PC for us. I mean, we've had so many of these Spider-Man games requested to be fixed, right? And at the end of the day, Web of Shadows has been very high up there. But it's just really painful to do. So it's taking a while. It is just taking a while. Yeah, Web of Shadows is a decent game. It has some intriguing story moments, it has to be said, yes. But anyway, yeah, I mean, out of Spider-Man games we have left that we're going to do, we're obviously doing Web of Shadows and The Amazing Spider-Man 1. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 we will do because it is identical in all of its edits and everything as The Amazing Spider-Man 1 so far, so there's no reason not to do it. And then obviously we will try and update Spider-Man 2002 to properly finish it, if you like, and put it in the perfect state it can possibly be in. But then after those are done, obviously all the other ones that are already out, they're out. They're basically sorted as far as we're concerned. If there's something major, then sure, we'll probably take a look at it, but otherwise they are done. The only Spider-Man game on PC we are not going to look at that doesn't have any proper fix as far as I'm aware yet is Spider-Man 2001, which is basically Spider-Man 2000. We have no interest in that, by the way. That PC port is diabolical and we just can't be bothered with it. 2002 is already bad enough from that div, so we're not interested in doing more. But yeah, at the end of the day, basically, we have covered pretty much the whole Spider-Man series practically on PC when it comes to fixes. The only one that we haven't covered, of course, is we'll go with Hermione. Is Spider-Man? What is it? Spider-Man Ultimate Spider-Man? Yeah, Ultimate Spider-Man. But the reason we haven't covered that is because there's already a good enough fix for it out there that has been made, and quite frankly, you might as well use that. Because at the end of the day, it's great and it works really well, so you should use it. So we're not going to do anything for the Ultimate Spider-Man game because there's no reason to do it. And then obviously we're not going to do Spider-Man 2001 because at the end of the day, it's not worth it. Truly, if you want to play Spider-Man 2001, you should just play on the Duck Station emulator version of it, to be honest. It's more worth your time. It really is. So yeah, that's the current state of Spider-Man, basically. I will confess though, and I know Chip will agree with me if he was here and heard this, we are pretty tired of Spider-Man games now. We've done so many of them at this point. They tend to just have endless problems. They also are really bad PC ports. Some of the worst PC ports ever made, actually, the Spider-Man PC ports. They're very poorly made. So, we've kind of had enough of them. So we're really looking forward to getting away from them. But yeah. We're happy that we've done them, of course, because, you know, at the end of the day, we're always happy to have these games fixed and see that people get to enjoy them again and have a good time playing them, of course. And, you know, I like the Spider-Man games for the most part. Not all of them, but I like quite a few of them. So, I'm also interested in them too. But, yeah, at the end of the day, we do need to move on at some point, and we certainly have got that feeling in our bones, if you like, of wanting to move on soon. But anyway, there you go. I think I got that, didn't I? Yeah. Are you two behind me? Yes, you are. That'll do, it's good enough. But I am also aware, to be fair, that people are coming in quite a lot for Spider-Man stuff at the moment. It's interesting how many Spider-Man people have kept coming in lately for Discord server stuff and so on. All manner of things. They're very popular games, Spider-Man games. What can I say? Right, I didn't actually look at how many of these shields we still need to get for the yes, the maze level, isn't it? Yeah. I didn't look at how many we still need to get, which is helpful. Ah, good. I see that you're being helped by Chip at the moment, Shadow. Good to see. Right. How many shields do we need? How many? Wasn't it 7 when we were on the late task before? I think it was 7. Ah, 3 more. Okay, cool. Right. So we can get. Let me think. We can get the Herbificus one from here. Then we can get the other one from the back of there. We technically speaking still haven't even done the main part of this Hogwarts exterior level yet to get the main shield, which is actually going to the proper end bit of the level. So we still haven't done that yet. So yeah, we probably should do that. Also, I accidentally hit randomize on this earlier and I didn't mean to do that. Actually, wait, what am I doing? I want creature. Oh, we still haven't got them, for Christ's sake. Alright, fine. We'll put the stamina one on. Accio. Yeah. And then, what's the other one? I never use Magicus Extremis. I know I probably should, but I never use it. It's just kind of pointless. There's no Urkling card, and that's really annoying. That's true. We'll put on Salamander. Why not? That'll do. Right, let's go. Right, let's do this. Okay, so we haven't actually been down this direction once yet. Oh, is that actually going to let me get past? Oh, I thought it might have done for a minute. It's close. Right, let's go. Yeah, so we can get a shield down the bottom here, then we can get another shield down the bottom here, and then we can go and do the actual main level objective to get that shield, and then we don't need to come back to all the levels and get more shields anymore. Oh, win-win! I'm all for that, I like that. Right, where are you two? Come here. Come on. Also, this level feels really haunting right now because it's got no music in it and it's kind of disturbing. It's supposed to have music in it. Literally, if you played the console port, you'll know that this actually has music in it. It feels very strange not having music in it. Sort of like this haunting outer exterior level of just Hogwarts. As you do. Also, are those cactuses? They look like cactuses. Are these cactuses? Surely not. No. They just look like it, but okay. Right. I want that shield. Oh. Interesting. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. I'm so glad that we've designed this level well. Oh, there are actually invisible barriers here stopping me from being able to go places, but still, I am walking on water now. So there we are. Oh, that's fantastic. I love it. As you do. Right, anyway. Brilliant stuff right there. Hermione is Jesus confirmed. Alright, good. We've got one shield. Now we just need to get 2 more. Oh, the beauty of HP4, isn't it? Endless shield collecting. So many shields. Right, come on. And again. Why can't they just let you stay in the level and collect all the shields at once and then quit? It would be so much easier instead of having to reload every time in order to go and get the shield. Every single time. I can't stand it. And I can't even hear the iconic line from Mad Eye Moody either because he doesn't say it in this port. I don't get to hear the iconic line. Back again, eh? Back again, eh? And there are still several shields to collect. It feels so weird not having music on this level. I'm so used to it having music. It's actually got a really good song on it normally this level too. I like the song that's actually normally playing on this level. It's really good. So it's kind of depressing that there is no music in this level. Where's Harry? Where is he? There he is. Order of the Phoenix game is freaking awesome. It's easily the best game out of the later Harry Potter games. There's no questioning that. I know people like to claim that Half-Blood Prince is the best, but I disagree thoroughly, in my view. But there we are. Anyway, no, I personally think that Order of the Phoenix is easily the best later HP game. It's actually got some really cool stuff in it, Order of the Phoenix, as well. Like the free roaming stuff on that was actually pretty interesting. And to be fair, while it was just cleaning most of the time the secrets, it was still at least trying the secrets at the very least. It was cool, I liked it, Order of the Phoenix. I'll admit its story was a bit meh, and they could have done more with it, but still, it was a decent game. I liked Order of the Phoenix. It's the one later HP game that I actually don't mind coming back to play a lot of the time as well. But yeah, there you go. Anyhow, I really like Order of the Phoenix and Half-Blood Prince, but yeah, Order of the Phoenix is so good. It feels like such a realistic Hogwarts experience. It does, you know, for back in the days as well, for when that came out, which I think a lot of people don't really talk about fairly here. That game, you know, was the first game to actually do a realistic to the film Hogwarts actual castle and everything. It was realistic to the film, which was really impressive for the time, because you have to bear in mind that back in those days, you know, we never got that. We got obviously made up Hogwarts exteriors and interiors all the time. But I will be honest, they all look really good. I really like the designs that they had for them, of course. But yeah, it was very different compared to obviously having one based on the actual film, which was just really changing it up a bit. Still, I think it was really good. But I still like a lot of the other older games, of course, with their different designs of the different Hogwarts exteriors and interiors. Obviously, some of them were a bit more barren than others, but yeah, you know, they did a decent job. Yeah, definitely Hallows Part 1 is a god-awful game. It really is a terrible game. I personally find the second game also a terrible game. But, at the very least with that, it improved what was all wrong for the most part in the gameplay perspective from spells and stuff like that in the first game. Vastly. And also the level design just felt a lot more interesting as well, actually, in that. So yeah, it was definitely better. There's no denying it, it was better. Yay! Right, we need one more shield and then we can do the maze. We're so close. We're so bloody close. Also, they keep showing pictures of the prefect's bathroom and it's not even in this port. Why? You can tell that this was a prototype build that they just put out on the PSP because they ran out of time. And I see that Haz has returned and Chip has also returned. Hello, Haz. Yes, I get it. I know. Everyone's proficient in casting spells. I don't care. We could actually unlock some more wizard cards while we're here quickly. I call them wizard cards just because, you know, I'm so used to calling everything wizard cards from the past. But they're technically speaking not wizard cards. God, look at how many freaking beans Hermione's got now because of me playing as her all the time. Oh, double jinx. Man, I'm happy about that. Oh my god. That looks dreadful with all the pixels. Good Christ. That looks dreadful. Oh, that looks a bit rough too. Oh no, am I going to see an awful looking... Oh my days. Wow. What is going on with that skybox as well? That skybox is dreadful up there. Good lord. That is a very low poly mermaid. Jesus. In comparison to what you see in the actual mainline port of this game, the difference is quite staggering. Cool, Jesus Christ, look at Malfoy's face. Oh, that's bad. That is really bad. Oh my god. I've just seen a demonic Hermione, thanks to all the pixelation. You know, the funny part is, looking at this, I actually think Lego Creator HP1 has more pixels than this freaking card I'm looking at right now. And that's saying something, because that game doesn't have many pixels. That's awful. Okay, right. Oh, friendship, hell yeah. Oh my god. Some of these card images are just next level bad. They're so bad. I love how much they have to compress it though for the PSP. It's just mind blowing, isn't it? See, he doesn't actually look too awful there. His skybox is not looking great there, but yeah, otherwise he doesn't look too bad. Right, any more cards while we're here? Triple Jinx. God, I wish I had enough for that. That would actually be quite handy. Oh well. She looks like a beaver. Freaking beaver. Right, what else have we got? Oh, okay. Oh my god, hang on a second. Jeez. Why? Why are we ruining all of these? This makes the whole film just look like it was filmed at 144p. Literally. Oh my god. I'm right, he does look like E.T. He literally looks like a budget E.T. Absolutely horrifying. That is the stuff of nightmares, that face. God. Not impressed. Might as well. Oh my god, we've actually unlocked that now, have we? Not bad. Oh, right. Okay, we bought some cards at the very least now, so that's handy. At least now when I play as Hermione, I'll actually have some useful stuff. Right, what can I get rid of? I don't need Salamander for this next bit, do I? I need Urklings, for Christ's sake. Do they not have the Urkling card inside of this game? I guess maybe they don't. Cards with images of demonic characters, literally. They are as well. What was it? I thought I got... Yeah, Jinx Star, there we go. Double Jinx, that's what I want. I was going to say, I thought I got something like that. Have I got... Yeah, there we go. Accio Booster. Bloody hell, it's a booster to it. Anything better for stamina? Not really, by the looks of it. Stuff it. Have the demonic card, why not? Right, that'll do. Okay, let's go and get this last shield and then we can do the maze level. And then we can do Voldemort. Yes, you get a booster to your Accio. Makes it extra powerful. I mean, look at how much more powerful that is. Look at that power. It feels no different at all. Look at the difference. It's staggering. No voice lines. How sad. Also, all the Urklings that are meant to sit up the top are not even here. None of them are here. It's not a single one. So the whole creepy bit where an Urkling walks down the side is just not here. Brilliant. There you go. Is anyone else as spooked as I am? But they cut out all the other lines from him. That's hilarious. This definitely is a prototype build, this PSP port. There's no denying it. Some of it, though, I actually think is quite a neat addition, really, to the game, which I think would have been good in the main port. I mean, this pause menu with all the different collectibles and stuff that you have just being in front of you, I really like that. I also personally think that the characters' pictures just look better than the main port, where they just look like awful pixels. At least here they have some personality to their pictures. Right, there's the Earthling. This should be fun. Oh, what are you gonna look like, Earthling? What are you gonna look like? Okay, to be fair, you don't look too awful. Oh my god, what is going on with Pulip? Jesus. Pulip's freaking branch things are nuts. Anyway, I have to confess, it looks better than I thought it was going to. I thought it was going to look dreadful. It actually looks somewhat decent. Makes a change. Right, come on then. Someone help me. Come on. Yes, low poly Harry. You can do it, my friend. You can pull this bridge down. Use the low polyness within you. Let the low poly flow within you. Oh my god, there is so little I can see right now because I'm stuck on a pillar. Right, there we go. Stop picking up rocks, you moron. We don't need them. Right. Pumpkin pasty, do I actually need that? Yeah, I do. I do. Looks like I want to be real, boys. Cousin, I can't remember his name. You what, man? Now, if you keep typing enough, you might take the #1 spot in top fans list on the chat, and you might beat Mel. And Mel will be very sad. But Mel has disappeared, so she has lost her opportunity to keep her position in #1. To be fair, I don't know if she is still #1 or not, actually. She might be, she might not be. Are you guys really struggling that much? Fine, I'll help you. It's like the world's tiniest fire as well. For one beam. God, that was worth it. She still is, what, #1? Mel is still #1, is she? My god, Mel, how the hell have you done it? #1? Unbelievable stuff, this. I'm actually surprised, considering she hasn't, I don't think, spoken now for a while, to be fair. So I am shocked that she is still #1. But here we are, yeah. Come on. Right, we're close to getting the last thing, and then we should be done and out of here for good. I can hear an Urkling, but I have no idea where it actually is. Hey, we have enough to get another shield if we really wanted. Granted, I don't think we will need it, but cool. We can do it. So there you go. Right, here we go. Last shield that we probably will need. And then the rest of the game is all good. Oh, I love that. The shield that I just got has allowed me to get one of those. So I could just ignore the main objective shield here, but then it would feel so pointless going through all that effort to get it, to then not pick it up. So we will actually do it. Wow, I'm loving that teleportation there. All those beams spraying. Damn right. Pull it. Oh, he just literally appeared out of nowhere, this guy. That's that guy. Axio. Because it's not even Axio, it's Accio, but whatever.
Wingardium Leviosa!
Do it. Very good, very good. Constant vigilance is what we always use around these parts. Now remember, constant vigilance. No, not that one. That one. Come on, pull if it. Oh, you morons. Come on, AI, pull if. AI, use your pull if skills. Well, not pull if even. Your Meliforce skills. Use your Meliforce. That's it, cast Meliforce. Nice one, lads, nice one. Alright, we've done it. What is going on out there? I think it's like parts of the actual buildings just not loading in. That's brilliant. Right, come on then, kill this guy. Very good. Right, let's put this out then, and then we can finish this. I did not say menopause. Looks like me when I get stuck in a brush. You get stuck in a brush, do you? Very unfortunate. Yay! Right, we got the maze level. Woo! Okay, cool. We can do the maze level, and then we're going to also do the Voldemort level. And then once we've done that, we'll go and do those bonus minigame levels, just because they are unique to this port, and I know that people haven't seen much of that. And then that'll be it for HP4 PSP. Because I can't be bothered to go and get all the other shields and stuff, because there's no point. And why would I bother? So yeah, let's do it. Let's finish this lovely port. End my suffering. Right. Okay, so maze level. Let's go. And this level's quite
Earlier
a
this
fast
evening,
level too, usually.
Professor Moody placed the Triwizard Cup within the maze. Only he knows where it resides. Champions, prepare yourselves.
Right. Maze level, oh my gosh, the maze level looks weird in this. Jesus. Look at the state of that. God, it does look weird. I'm not used to that. I'm used to it looking a lot more HD, I'll be honest with you. I'm so not used to it looking this non-HD, like, oh wait, what am I doing? I want to go in here. Anyway. Well, it doesn't look god-awful beyond belief, I suppose, but could be better. Oh, just let me go past the fucking branches. Right, thank you. And that's the end of the actual maze bit. Now let's do the running part. Wow. He already got hit off screen before Cedric had even hit him. That's brilliant. I love that. God, you can tell they really went for it there. He actually didn't look too awful, Victor Crumb, in this port. I thought he was going to look far worse. He looked okay. Surprisingly. This feels so simplified on this port compared to the actual main one. There's hardly any real threat in this section here. The main port, there's a lot more threats. This is just really basic in comparison. So basic in comparison, it's ridiculous. They don't even come out in front of him. That's great. Oh my god, what the hell is this?
Harry!
That is the worst camera angle I've ever seen. That was dreadful. I wasn't even attempting to get the right camera angle. That's brilliant. I love how wrong they got that. Run. He's pooing out fire. Now. Run. There we are. Kill you. Oh, what the? That was close. There we are. Done. That's the end of the maze level. Would you ever do live streams of Spider-Man game? The 2002 one would be a good one to stream. Yeah, I would. I've said this in the past. I'm happy to stream them once they're more fixed. With our fixed stuff for the PC ports. Once they have more work done so that they're in a more, shall we say, sort of proper state, then yeah. I mean, for example, 2002, it would be the case of waiting for it to be more sorted out. Then I'd do it. Likewise, same with things such as The Amazing Spider-Man or Web of Shadows, etc. Basically, once they're more fixed, yeah, I would do it. I might do Shattered Dimensions at some point, to be fair, considering that is actually mostly in an okay state. I mean, the one problem that it has, we're never going to fix anyway, because it's literally impossible to fix. So that's kind of besides the point. So yeah, I mean, I might do Shattered Dimensions at some point. It's also a really good game, Shattered Dimensions. I love Shattered Dimensions, so yeah, I'll be more willing to probably do that at some point soon. But yeah, otherwise it's mostly waiting for them to be a bit more fixed. I also do want to go back to the Batman Arkham games, considering we were doing those at some point.
Get back to the cup! Now!
I'm not leaving you. Kill the spare.
No!
Avada Kedavra!
It still sounds awful.
Harry Potter.
Here we go.
Boy,
look at the state of that.
I'm going to destroy you.
Jesus Christ.
Lucio!
Voldemort looks dreadful in this port.
Come on,
Look
Harry.
at that.
Let's see what schoolboy spells you have up your sleeve.
God. I mean, the skeletons don't look god-awful, but Voldemort looks terrible. They've actually got more sound effects, the skeletons in this. Or whatever they're called again, the Inferi, isn't it? Oh. Do you mind? Right, thank you very much. Yeah, the Inferi actually have more sound effects. That's quite cool. Oh, for fuck's sake. Thing is, normally what you can do is you can throw them away like this with charms and cast them into sort of pieces, but it's not exactly brilliant for this version, I'm not gonna lie, but oh really, they actually hit the other one. Problem is, it's so difficult to do it. Right, there we go. Nice. Oh, I want my health. Interestingly enough, Voldemort in this version does actually have more colour to him, but he does look horrible. There's no denying that. Really? That didn't kill you? Oh my god, he spawned and then another one, really? Please just die. No, thank you. I want to see the lights leave your eyes. It feels so weird without any voice acting in this bit.
Avada Kedavra!
The state of him. Oh, Voldemort does look truly awful. They've actually got the explosive stuff in this, which is quite cool. It's neat that they managed to get that in a handheld, actually. I'm quite impressed, considering. Oh, there we go. Right. Kill the Fury. Kill them all. Oh, this is so horrible to control. It's awful to control this. I haven't forgotten how awful it is. Okay, there we go. Oh, oh my god, that looks horrible close up. Jesus Christ.
Bow to death, Harry.
Oh man. Voldemort really looks awful in this book. Can we just kill them? Welcome to how you do this part of the boss fight. You just sit here. Oh god, this is difficult to move on this board. Oh, really? You just sit here and do absolutely nothing while waiting for him. Beautiful. Right, come on then. There we are. Oh my god. Oh, we're done. That didn't take too long. I can't see him. I can't see him either. There's supposed to be a Cedric there and I didn't see him at all.
Accio! Stun him!
Beautiful. That was
Harry.
beautiful.
Harry!
He's back. Voldemort's back.
With dark and difficult times comes a choice. Between what is right and what is easy. Should you ever waver, remember Cedric Diggory. A boy who was kind and brave and true.
And has more pixels than he did earlier. Earlier he had 0 pixelization on him.
No matter how convincingly you tell the story of what happened to me, few will believe that Voldemort has returned. But tell the story you must.
Voldemort JPEG, literally. It is Voldemort JPEG. Right, I am going to quickly mute the game for the credits because it has actually got copyrighted music that plays at certain points in it. Anyway, we do have to sit through the credits. I'm afraid we can't skip them. But anyway, we have now got through the whole game. So there you go. We have completed the PSP version of HP4 live on stream. Amazing stuff, isn't it? But we're not quite done yet. I will show off the sort of like bonus mini game stuff that is unique to this port so that you lot can see that. Then yeah, we're pretty much done basically because there's no real reason to do the rest. I don't see a point. So yeah, I'll just wait for the credits to finish really. Anyway, oh, blimey. Yeah, as a result, you can probably see that Voldemort in this port looks fabulous. I.e. he looks awful. But there we are. The best version of HP4. Yeah, it is definitely the best version of HP4. And while we were streaming, is there any chance you could give us a sneak peek at the current state of some of the future game fixes? Probably not, but maybe, I guess. The only one I could really say that could have a sneak peek would be Web of Shadows, as that would be the easiest one to properly showcase. But I would only be showcasing field of view if I did do it. Obviously, the different types of field of view. I mean, you can see those sneak peeks anyway inside of the Discord server from what we put up of screenshots in the currently working on section. So you can see it there anyway. But yeah, otherwise the others, not really, because there's nothing to particularly showcase in terms of gameplay anyway. But yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, the stuff to showcase what is actually interesting for people to see anyway is inside our Discord server. So if you just go to the currently working on page inside the Discord server, you could actually see, you know, some of what has happened in there, because we've got some examples basically. So you can have a look in that. Oh, gotta wait for these credits and it's so long. Why? Why do they not let you skip credits in this case? Because they're actually quite long. I'm surprised they're as long as they are for HP4, to be fair, but here we are. It's just a waiting game. It's very entertaining. While I'm waiting for the credits, by the way, I'm just checking the Discord stuff quick. I might as well, because I can't obviously skip the credits, so I am doing that. Good game, even if I missed a chunk of it. It's not ended just yet. We still do have some small little bonus bits at the end, but yeah. Also, good game. I think that's being a bit generous. I'm not sure I'd go that far. Alright, here we go. Right. Shows I never played it. I know you played a little bit of it because you said so in the past, but yeah. Right, here we go. Right. Let me unmute it. There we go. And I don't play it. There's no reason to. You're probably better off not doing so. Right, minigames. Let's showcase the minigames, shall we? Single player. Okay, so these are the minigames that I kind of showed earlier. So you've got Wizard Pairs, which is where you just pair the different cards, like I mentioned. Then Exploding Snap, which is inside Order of the Phoenix, where basically you have to match the pairs fast or else they explode. Then you've got the, like I mentioned again earlier, the HP2 PS1 Protect the Mandrake minigame, which is now here in HP4 just with dumb bogs. And then you got the Niffler Time Challenge, which is actually the most entertaining one, but it does run terribly. Anyway, we'll play one of each of these just to show it off. So we'll do Wizard Pairs first. Boonk, boonk. Dong. God, I do love me a minigame. Oh, nice. There we are. Yay. An Inferi there. Oh, right, well there's the Salamander. So we can do that. I think it was this one, wasn't it? Yeah. I might possibly show off the Web of Shadows field of view fix just so that people can see it, but that's all. Oh, really? Oh no, that was the Inferi, of course. I forgot about the Inferi. Come on, where is... Oh, that was this, right? No. Was it the top one? Yes. There you go. Right, that's done. Lovely. Oh, really? They're right next to one another, the Inferis. That's just taking the mick, isn't it, really? Right, there we go. Nice. And then the last one. There you go. I don't know why he's on fire. Why is he on fire? That's really weird. He's not supposed to be on fire. Nice. Anyway, there's no point playing the next level, by the way, because they're all just the same thing. So, anyway, we've done that one. So, the next one is Exploding Snap, which is pretty much the same thing, but you just have to do it really quickly. So, let's see how we get on. Oh, yeah, you do it like this. Yeah, there we go. So, you just match the thing like this all the time, and if you don't do it fast enough, then, well, you die, effectively. So, yes, you just got to do it quickly. This is effectively the same thing as on, I guess, Order of the Phoenix. The only difference with it being that on Order of the Phoenix, you do actually have to, I guess, put a bit more effort into it, but yeah. Right, Dumbogs. So yeah, there you go. You basically just defend these bowls from being eaten. You also can't use Accio in this, which is a bit annoying. I can't remember how long this mini game is. How long is this? There we go. Done. And you just collect a load of beans for the sake of collecting beans. And that's it. But still, it's a mini game nonetheless. Right, and then the actual good one, in my opinion, which is the Niffler. The Niffler one I actually think is kind of interesting. It's basically like a mini, effectively racetrack. It does run quite poorly though, unfortunately, frame rate wise, but we'll see how we get on. But yeah, here it is. But this is also a cut level for people that are curious. So this level was cut from the main game and was basically meant to be a Care of Magical Creatures level effectively. But yeah, this is pretty much the only evidence you have left of that Care of Magical Creatures level. It's kind of cool to see it. And it's the only bit of actual Hagrid's hut that you get to see in the actual game. So there you go. There you are, that's the Niffler thing. And there you go. Lovely. Yeah, it runs really poorly, this level one here. Well, there you go. So that's pretty much it, really. I mean, there's no point going back and getting all the, you know, Triwizard shields and that on the other levels. I just don't see the point. And of course, the Mad Eye Moody challenges are not interesting, so I'm not doing those. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Otherwise, for HP4 PSP port, at least you got to see it all the way through. So there you go. Mel was still number 1. Mel, I don't think, is even here anymore. But yes. Anyhow, there you are. That is HP4 PSP. You lot, of course, said you wanted to see HP4 PSP all the way through, and that's fair enough. I mean, I did want to show you this at some point anyway, this port, just because it is kind of hilarious how awful it looks graphically. But again, I still want to point out that for what this was at the time period, being on a actual little handheld device, which was quite new at the time, you have to bear in mind too, it was really pretty impressive, actually. I mean, this is quite a feat for what it was. So, there you go. I mean, it is a alright port at the end of the day. It's basically just the normal port of HP4, just missing a level. And adding in some mini-games. But there you are. It does feel a lot, though, like it's kind of a prototype build of HP4 that is not finished. There's a lot of things in it that feel a bit wrong. But there we are. And yeah, so obviously the next stream that we do will not be a PSP game, but we'll go back to obviously major stuff again. I think there's a possibility that we will take a look at something, probably either maybe Hogwarts Legacy. I'm tempted to do PSP, definitely Hallows, that doesn't exist, but yeah, I'm tempted to take a look at Hogwarts Legacy again. It's been a long time since we last were on it. Like I said, it's been a whole year and a bit. So it'd be nice to go back to that again. And obviously, I did mention that at some point in September, we would go and take a look at other stuff like Guitar Hero again, and possibly even DJ Hero. So there's a few different things, but yeah. Oh damn, did it instantly. I did, yeah. But there you go. Anyhow, yeah, there's not really much else to say, to be honest. Obviously, in the case of the Fix Enhancer stuff, like I said, stuff's being done. It takes time. You just got to be patient. Everyone needs to be patient with this stuff. It's not a quick process. And some games are way more complicated than others, so as a result, you just have to bear with. It's not like it's going to be something that happens instantly if it's a really complicated game. But it will happen, and, you know, they'll eventually release the fixes and you'll get what you want. But just bear with. Just bear with. We do also appreciate that, of course, Web of Shadows has really slowed us down in terms of putting out fixes and stuff like that, because, of course, Web of Shadows has done that. Web of Shadows has been really a super complicated game, and as a result it has slowed down the process of doing stuff. But eventually it will get out of the way, and then it hopefully will not be a problem anymore. And of course things are building up because of it, so we are wary of that. But anyway, we'll get there. We'll get there. Anyway, yeah, there is nothing else particularly more to say, I don't think. But yeah, I guess really just expect other streams like Hogwarts Legacy to be along probably in the future, and maybe even next weekend I might do Hogwarts Legacy and multiple other games. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff on the horizon, I think, for the game side of you. Obviously we want to mix it. The one thing actually I was going to say, I did nearly forget about this, the 5k stream, because we still haven't done it yet. I think it's 5k. It's either 5k or 6k. I can't even remember which one it was now that I need to do off the top of my head. But we always do this when we hit a milestone. We always do some kind of particular special stream. I haven't forgotten about that. We will do it again. So, yeah, I need to do it at some point soon, ideally. It would be good to get it done. It's more debating what it's going to be. And to be fair, I haven't really decided what it will be. I have a feeling that I'm probably not going to make it HP related this time. Possibly I might, but I think it would be nice to do something a little different besides HP for those. So we might do something outside of HP for it, but I'll think about it. either way, we will do it at some point soon. Maybe we'll do Goat Simulator. That'll be making a difference, wouldn't it? Go from HP streams for those to just Goat Simulator. Anyway, we'll see what happens. But yeah, anyway, I appreciate everybody that came by the stream today. I appreciate also it was a bit of a shorter stream compared to usual. Obviously, HP4 is a fairly short game anyway, if you're going through it quickly. And also, we took out a whole level, so that kind of helped. But yeah, anyway, it was awesome to do it either way. So I'm glad people were around for it and hopefully enjoyed it. And with that being said, I will see you all, I guess, next Saturday for whatever we're going to do. So, thanks again, everyone, and I'll see you all next Saturday. See you in a bit.